This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler.
You're so loud.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm
so
generous. I am what they call caffeinated, my friend. If I was not caffeinated, we'd be in trouble right now.
Let me sleep for another couple more minutes, man. That 10:30 tip off.
Don't you give me that crap. ain't nobody more tired than me.
You don't sound it. That. You don't sound it.
Oh yeah, dude. After I watched the game, I went outside at 12:30 and did some snow digging. But it looked like I ain't do a damn thing when I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning.
Good point.
I'm just saying, it was crazy, man.
Mother Nature's a mug.
And joining us, as always, Larry Lee on the West
Hollywood swinging.
Hey, big fella, let the people know what the temperature out there is, because I want everybody to be pissed off at you, because I'm pissed off at you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the West Coast, I just got back from outside where it is a mere 83 degrees today.
Wow.
And it felt good to have the heat of the sun on your body. And man, the vitamin D that the sun supplies.
I don't even know why.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful day out here in sunny Southern California.
Today. I don't even know why we got.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
No, I ain't hurt. I'm hurt. You heard me, man. I'm hurt,
dog.
I mean, good God. We sitting here, you know it's 11 degrees outside.
Brother, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, my goodness. We can we get a little bit of heat? I wish we got some of that. Just a little bit of that.
I am headed back east, but it's kind of like southeast. I am headed tomorrow. I won't be on the show tomorrow because I'm headed to Chesapeake, Virginia for the Ken Easley Memorial. And I got to check the weather in Chesapeake, Virginia. I hope it's not like Detroit.
Ain't going to be like Detroit, I'll tell you that. You ain't going to be in the deep freeze. You ain't in the freezer. You going to be in the refrigerator, but you ain't going to be in the freezer. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw the game last night. It's at 10:30 last night, but I did. I did
not because, that was, even though it was West Coast time.
You understand West Coast time. You on the same time, bro.
I know.
7:30 your time.
But because I'm on the West, because I'm an Easterner on the West Coast time, I'm in bed every day by 9:30 because that's 12:30 back east.
But that's what time the game ended, though.
Yeah.
That's what time the game ended, though.
Right.
The game ended just shy of 1 o'clock in the morning here.
Exactly.
You could have stayed up to watch the game and then been like, yeah, you know what? When you saw that Michigan was up by 13, 15, you'd be like, yeah, them boys got that.
Yeah, we were up like, I saw we was 85-60, 85-60, and then we let them get back in the game a little bit more.
But, more so than that, I all week long I've been getting ready for this trip this weekend. So
I know. That's one of your best friends. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry again. Yeah. I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry for you and his family and everything like that. Kenny Easley, I told you, one of the hardest hitters in pro football.
I talked to Eric Dickerson yesterday, and he told me the story. He said, Larry, man, I played against Kenny. He said, Kenny hit me so hard, I saw the Seahawks colors on my hand, and he broke my hand. I said, wow. And so since everybody know how close I am to him, I've caught up with a lot of good former NFLers, man. Warren Moon is supposed to be there. I talked to Ronnie Lott. Steve Largent is coming. Some other guys. Jacob Green's coming. So we're gonna celebrate Kenny's life and honor him. Gail, his wife, Kenny loved the band, so she's hired the band. The band is leaving Detroit early in the morning tomorrow, meeting us over there, and we're gonna celebrate the one and only Ken Easley. And Ronnie Lott will tell you, he even told me yesterday, he said the best strong safety ever in the NFL. That's what Ronnie Lott says. So,
Ronnie Lott knows himself some football. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's a knock him out kind of guy too. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a knock him out kind of guy too. So
and he knows how to party with his foes.
Yeah. Wow. We going there already? Why we
Yeah, man. Because Ronnie said when he comes back to LA, we're gonna go have a sandwich like we used to do back in the day. You guys wouldn't relate to that, with the Michigan Ohio State thing.
You're gonna have a sandwich. What the hell is that? You're gonna have a sandwich. Hey, I ain't having a sandwich with Chris Spielman. I'm sorry. I ain't even gonna go over and talk to his ass. I ain't saying a damn thing to him.
Yeah, man, come on. That's old. You're an old man now.
Oh, hell no.
You're an old man now.
No, the man tried to bring me down, pull me down from behind.
40 years ago.
I don't care. I don't care if it was yesterday. I don't care. I hold a grudge like a mug. I don't care.
I see. Well, me and Ronnie Lott gonna have a sandwich when he comes to town. We're gonna not a sandwich, but a sandwich.
Maybe you choke on it. All of it. I don't give a care. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I would not sit down. There's only one Ohio State Buckeye I sit down with and have a sandwich with.
And that's his best friend, Chris Spielman.
Ain't no Chris Spielman. Stop that bull crap.
That's his best
Pepper
friend
Johnson.
in the world.
What?
Pepper Johnson.
Yes. Because he ain't from Columbus. He ain't from Michigan. He from Detroit.
Right. Hey, remember we had Keith Byers on?
I did. I remember
that. Cracked me up. He said, "Man, Pepper ain't from Michigan. He's from Detroit." Hey, wait. Let me ask you: has your new coach learned how to hate Ohio State yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
He gonna learn. He
gonna learn. Hey, he was in. What do they call their war? Wasn't it the Holy War? They call in Utah.
Yeah, Utah and
BYU is the Holy War. So it's give him a sense of that. But you gotta hate. You gotta hate. You can't appreciate them, and you can't be friends with them.
You can hate and have good sportsmanship. And all that, man.
Good sportsmanship. I mean, you gotta stop that.
Here, hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me sit you down real quick, Coach. Let me tell you right now. Religion goes to the side. That's pure and unadulterated hatred.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like you listen. I'm pretty sure the good Lord or whatever Lord you pray to will be okay with it because it's Michigan and Ohio State.
Right.
It's okay. He will pass over. He will look past and say, you know what? It's okay. I'll let it go.
Speaking of that, is he Mormon?
Yeah,
I believe so.
I think so. Yes, I think
is there a Mormon community in
Saline? They have a church in Saline.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, look, we got. Come on, this is Ann Arbor, baby.
You follow that already, right?
Yeah, you know we got something here for everybody.
If not, Coach, we'll build you one. We'll build you.
Hey, baby.
Hey, you could be like the Giants to Harbaugh. Whatever you want, we'll do it. You want a Mormon church? We'll get one.
Exactly. We'll get one for you. We'll build you one real quick.
You thought that song by T.I. was about a girl? No, it was us talking to Coach. You can have whatever you like.
Exactly.
You can have whatever you like. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say Uncle Miz found this.
What did I find?
You know how crazy CJ is about Godzilla, right?
Oh yeah.
He's into the monsters. I was talking and I just found the top 25 Godzilla movies ever made.
Godzilla 2, Godzilla 3.
It's every Godzilla movie in the past 50 years. Larry, Godzilla is as old as you, man.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I'm the OGZ.
Oh, my goodness. I sent it to my wife, and she's going to show them the little videos that they show. Yeah,
when was the first Godzilla? That got to be in the 60s, right?
1952, Larry, to be exact. Wow. It was a little puppet-like, and it was funny how they made it. I watched the first one. Me and CJ went all the way back. We go all the way back.
You saw the zipper, didn't you?
Well, Godzilla's older than me. He's the whole OG then.
Oh,
He's
he
older
is.
than me.
Oh, gee, Godzilla has become an icon in Japan. Has become an icon
That's
in
true.
Japan.
That's
I mean,
true.
to the point where Americans have Americanized Godzilla. Remember, Godzilla became a female, and she was having she
Huh?
laid all the eggs in Madison Square Garden.
No.
Who was Ferris Bueller? Remember who's the actor?
What?
Ferris Bueller.
What? A female Godzilla?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you the story, the movie, man. Hold on.
I can't remember off.
God, I can't think of his name.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick was in the movie. He was the star. He took all the pictures of it, and they killed all the baby Godzillas inside Madison Square Garden.
Oh my God, Jamie!
Hey, it's my son's passion. He loves Godzilla. I'm not gonna lie.
So he caught on after you showed him the first. He wasn't scared or nothing.
No, dude. He just loved that ray coming out of his mouth, everything. And dude, he's fallen. I've seen Godzilla, all the Godzillas, Godzilla and King Kong now. You know, King Kong.
I did remember seeing that one, Godzilla and King Kong.
Now that one, that's an old one, but then they put Godzilla, King Kong versus Monster Zero. You know who's Monster Zero? That's Ghidorah. That's Ghidorah, that's the other name for it.
I don't know if Deidre.
Look at Godzilla right there. Look at him with the coming with the feet. That's when wrestling was huge back then. And Godzilla kicking him in the butt, man.
Wow.
Saying,
look at that.
Hey, it's all crazy, man.
Man, Jamie, you are into Godzilla, man.
Yeah, I'm into it. I got it. My
I
kid's into it. He's really into it.
I just thought the crazy thing that happened today was just finding out that we had dozens of people that are being indicted on point shaving schemes.
I was going to talk about that. How about that? Point shaving in the small colleges. Small colleges.
No, we're talking big colleges.
No, they're not big name colleges. They're not big name.
Georgetown,
I mean, it used to be a big time college.
Oh, geez.
They got Kennesaw State, bruh. They got Kennesaw State.
Point shaving in football?
No,
basketball. In basketball. It's easier to do it in basketball because you can bring a kid over and, have him not shoot his average. He was averaging 20, and, maybe he took himself out, maybe he got injured, something like that.
But I mean,
when they started allowing gambling in sports, man, even, it just opened up a can of worms. You remember back in the day in training camp, they used to send somebody from the league office to talk to you.
Well, you had the FBI came in.
Yeah, the FBI comes on.
Yeah, right.
No, stay away from Vegas. Don't be caught gambling. Better than you're caught with now the NFL is in Vegas.
I mean, it makes sense though, right? That's where were you going to find the unfound money? Ms., you were about to tell something about this gambling thing.
Yeah, it comes even close to home. In fact, not too far. If you got a decent enough farm, you could throw it over to Ypsilanti.
Right.
Eastern Michigan.
Four players. Listen to them. Go ahead, Ms.
So 20 of the 26 defendants in this indictment played college basketball during the 23-24 and 2024-25 seasons, according to the indictment. Four of the players charged, Simeon Cottle, Carlos Hart, Kamian Shell, and Umar Kurise have played for their current teams in the past week. The allegations against Hart, Shell, and Kurise stem from their previous schools, while Cottle's alleged incident occurred in 23-24. None of the allegations against them from this season. And Hart, three of those players actually played for Eastern Michigan in that time frame. So, like I said, you got a little over a dozen people that were players that were involved with it, but there's you're looking at 40-ish or more people involved in this indictment. In fact, like I said, even Pete Thamel goes down the line of all the gambles and all the wagers that were brought up in this whole thing.
Wow, that's what I was going to ask.
All the way out to China, the Guangdong Southern Tigers.
Right, even China basketball team.
Ni hao.
How is that?
Ni hao.
I mean, come on, man.
Come on,
dude. Hey.
Biz, what'd you do?
I'm not doing
Meow.
that. I'm not doing that.
Come on, Skip.
Hey, that reminds me. Talk about accents. UCLA was big. UCLA was big over in Japan. So when we went to Japan, man, all we heard, they were rocking our bus and everything. And we were like rock stars, and all we heard was UCLA, UCLA.
Oh, we're going to get in trouble.
We're going to get in trouble there. There we go.
There's a phone call right there. We're getting canceled. Son of a gun.
No. That's just the accent. I'm just commenting on the accent.
Well, about this game last night, you guys missed.
I did not miss it. I watched it. I stayed up for it.
Okay, what did Yaxel Lindenberg do? What's the biggest
ball.
thing he did?
He had a hell of a morph in air. Like he looked like LeBron James on a layup attempt in the second half.
Skywalking.
Yeah,
he was skywalking.
I mean, let's just be honest here. The person that overshadowed Yax, was another transfer, number 21 in your program.
Oh, dude,
Mo Johnson.
Okay, if you saw Mo, did he block the ball or did he go 10?
I'm gonna say that because the call was on the floor was a goaltend. I'll be honest, it was like almost boom at the same time. I would say that it was. I hate to say it. I'd go with the official in this one. I think it was goaltending.
Nah, that wasn't goaltending. He got that ball. He got that ball going up on the last part of it. He got it, and I'm like, yeah, big fella was playing last night.
Yeah, he was.
Well, all three of the big fellas, Lindenberg, Mara, and Johnson, they were playing. They was balling, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were. I mean, like you said, you had Mo was the one that kind of made the biggest splash. He had 16 and 16.
Dude, double.
Yeah.
Double.
You had Mara who had 20 points. That you couldn't stop that big man down low.
Dude, they must have made him mad in that second half. You see him? He was dunking on everybody. He was dunking on their head, Big Sweet. Dunking on.
Go ahead. And
thank you, UCLA, for the transfer.
Yeah,
we appreciate
thanks,
it.
UCLA. You guys couldn't handle it. You couldn't wait for him to mature and come into his own. We took him.
Yes, it made a man out of him.
Damn well ran to us. Do you know? The kid ran to us. You got to do something about that coach out there where you are.
I know, man. He's a hothead.
He is a hothead.
No, not him. No, not old boy. No,
not Mr. Cronin. Not Mr. Cronin. He's a hothead.
No, he ain't no hothead. Not at all.
Man, we need to.
That's not the name of the team.
Specific.
Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Sorry, it's been in my mind all day when I saw that pop up. Yeah.
So what's worse, Mihal or UCLA?
UCRA.
You're picking at the way they say it.
Hey, listen, all I'll say is this: is that we thank UCLA for giving us a Mara going 10 from 11 on the field.
I mean, he was great. He had a great game. And hey, you know what? That wasn't even a homecoming to him.
No, the only thing that either team couldn't do was shoot a 3-point shot.
Oh my God.
Dude, they went 19. There was the 19th 3-point attempt that actually finally went down.
Yes.
Halfway through the first half, and someone finally hit a 3. Thank you, Will Cheddar.
Yaxel and Will Cheddar. It's about time we needed the cheese. The cheese need to come out, sometime.
It won't
Besides me, Morrow probably has February 14th circled on his calendar as well.
Oh,
I
no
would.
doubt.
I would. I hope we have a Dunk-a-Lot. It's called Sir Dunk-a-Lot.
Donkey Fresh?
Yes.
If you will.
I can't wait for him. We just need to, just go get us a Dunkin' Donut coffee.
I was going to say, call Ann Arbor the home of donuts because we Dunkin'.
Yes.
You gonna put on a show.
And he should put on a show. You can give me my opportunity. That's why you want to yell at me, telling me I'm just a big string bean. Okay, I got you. Coach.
Yeah, he's our big string bean now.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, we appreciate him being our big string bean. No doubt about that.
He got quick feet. He moves. He does all the things he needs to do. And you know what?
What?
we took them from you. Just took them from you.
You know, I got a similar story of a stream being like that. There was a stream being at UCLA back in the day that was very timid and everything, and Larry Brown was the coach. And I had a pretty good hoop game. He would let me practice with the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me to rough up this string bean, this long, tall string bean, rough him up a little bit and get him prepared. And you know who that string bean ended up being?
Who?
Mark Eaton, Utah Jazz.
Oh, wow. There you go. There's a name I know.
Yeah.
That's
Mark
a class.
Eaton. And then when Mark's rookie year was with the Pistons, I went by to see their practice, and I went over to say hello to him, and he was very reluctant to say hi to me. And I said, "Hold on, Mark. Let me get something straight. I'm not the butthole you think I am. It was Coach Brown that had me acting like that." He said, "Thank you for explaining that, Larry, because I thought you were the biggest butthole there was, So, man, yeah. So Mark Eaton, God rest his soul, man, and we ended up being boys after that, very close after that, during his Utah Jazz years.
Well, there you go. That's good. Yeah. Mark, he played with the mailman. That mailman delivered the mail. I got you.
He was a 7'2" string bean. I mean, and then by the time he got to the NBA,
he beat up. He was a
big boy.
Oh, he turned into a lumberjack.
Yeah,
he's a big lumberjack looking man. I know. I got you. That's when I used to love the NBA.
What's that?
When he played in those days, I used to love the NBA in those days, man.
Yeah, me too. Those were some good, and I was close with all the Piston guys, so those were good times. When the bad boys were running things and that kind of thing. So that was good. Carl, the mailman, Karl Malone, and Celtics, Lakers rivalries and all that. Those were some good NBA days. Good NBA days.
Wow. So, Miz, that game, I'm gonna tell you this about that game.
Tell me.
We come up and everybody trying to give Michigan bad rap, saying we played bad, haven't played good. Dusty even said we haven't played good in 4 games. I'm like, wow, 4 games. I mean, I remember the Penn State game, and I remember the Wisconsin game. I don't remember the other 2. I guess. Okay.
I mean. Because we had Charles Ramsey on earlier on the week, and he was right. Like we probably should have lost that game to Wake in Detroit.
Right? I got TCU was a tough one.
We should have lost at TCU.
Right.
I was in Chicago watching the game. I don't think we don't deserve to win this game. But then they get on that plane and they head over to Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas in effect, baby.
Yeah, and they took care of business out there. But then, like I said, we haven't had any kind of any hiccups until we got to Penn State. Got out of Dodge there, but again, that loss to Wisconsin. I think that was a hot
team, though. Wisconsin they were shooting lights out, Miz.
Well, yeah,
lights out.
They trust me. I got a text from our guy Kenny after I kept saying, when you see a white dude that has far too many letters in his last name, you need to guard that man. If he is on an island by himself behind the 3-point arc, you have failed your defensive scheme, your defensive assignment. But I also called him white boy, but that's because I'm also one. But that's
you can. You can. We can't, but you can.
You can, just not on the
air. Michigan is still ranked number 1 in the KenPom, rankings.
Yep.
They're ranked number 1. I've been looking at all of the rankings. Michigan's still ranked pretty high. Everybody's got Michigan ranked pretty high, but that lets you know everybody's going to be gunning for them.
Absolutely.
Everybody's coming. Everybody's bringing their best game to Michigan. And these players have got to recognize that. Those running up and down the court, like I said, no, you're going to have to play some half-court offense, some half-court defense. You got to get tough and rumble tumble, baby. Get ready.
Sure. They're marked now. They're marked in.
I mean, everybody's saying they're the number 4 team in the country. According to some polls, they're the number 2 team in the country. They're still slated to win all their remaining games in the Big Ten.
You need to stop gassing them up, though.
I'm not trying to gas them up. I'm just trying to
gas them up.
I'm not gassing them. I'm just telling you what everybody else is seeing. You don't think the other coaches on the other opposing teams are telling them the same damn thing?
Well, I mean, that's the one thing that I've always been saying is, I mean, I brought it up on the Sunday show this past Sunday. Like, listen, this is a humble game, but you know, I think when you start hearing the national narrative of this team could be the first team to go 40-0.
Nah, see, I don't believe all
exactly.
that.
But listen,
all that.
when you got people that are loud enough and you see the social media posts that come around,
right? I got
everyone gets into it. They buy into it, and the best way to say it, and it kind of goes back to a topic we had yesterday. In the words of Tony Montana, you don't get high on your own supply. But
no, you're right.
What happens? You got high on your own supply.
Say hello to my little friend.
A little congratulations to Namari Burnett.
Yeah.
He scored his 1,000th point.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
So yeah, that I just want to give him his credit and say that's a little. I mean, that's a goal. That's
a huge
that's
accomplishment.
an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
You know. So I mean, that's great. That was great. We need to go to a break.
Which, by the way, we're now down to 3 remaining undefeated teams in college basketball. 3?
Only 3. I saw Arizona State last night too.
Yep.
I saw that.
See, you kept yourself awake.
I tried. I told you.
You kept yourself awake. I see you.
I'm tired now. But I got coffee in me. I'm caffeinated, baby.
I was counting sheep.
Yes, Larry, we know you were on the same damn time. It was 7:30 when your game started. I mean, come on.
Really? You know what it was? He was sleeping. He wanted to get his rest in so he can enjoy that 80-degree weather that he had.
He knew it was going to be hot today.
He wanted to make
sure.
He
wanted to,
it takes energy to be in the sun like that.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
I get it.
I mean, he's solar powered. He's got to make sure,
I got you. Okay. All right, we're going to go to a break. We come back on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
We're on the radio.
And it wasn't in a bad. They were excited to win. They had it's down by a couple points they wanted to get. Really. I kept waiting for someone for the team to be like, hey, fellas, go to the jacket.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler.
Yeah.
And you got Larry Lee, the big center himself, over on the West Coast. Larry, let me ask you this question. When is you guys had any rumbles lately? You know, earthquakes or anything?
Not that I'm aware of. No fires, no earthquakes at this point in time.
You know, the big shake's getting ready to happen. Big shake coming.
Yeah, usually there's a quiver that I feel while I'm out here. You know, every now and then, like it's the weirdest thing. Sometimes you lay in bed and you feel the bed. Remember, and you say, wait a minute, was that my wife or was that an earthquake? You know,
I didn't say that, you did.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. So far so good. That I know of, no fires. Or what makes you think one's coming? You saw something?
I just got a little. I'm just saying it's all over the place, and haven't heard one from Cali in a while, in a minute. Yeah. I hear about fires. I hear about mudslides. I hear about scorched earth. All of that. You know, you're just waiting. You're just waiting.
You're right. With a little rain out here, this place loses its mind. I said, God. You guys don't know what rain is. You have no clue. But they get a nice little rain for a couple, 3 hours. You're right. There's mudslides. There's all kind of things going on. There's a house out here not too far from us that's on stilts. And I'm like, ain't no way in the heck I would live in that house where half the house is on stilts. I'm like, yeah, come on now. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I wouldn't live on stilts. You right about that. That's a true statement. I ain't living on those stilts. That's crazy, man.
No, it is. Every time we go by that house, I just go, Lord, man, it's still there, you know.
So we're going to talk NFL, and, you know, now there's the main domino has fallen.
Right.
The main domino has fallen. And now we need to figure out who's going where and who's doing what. And it's not just the head coaching jobs that we're talking about.
No.
It's offensive coordinators, it's defensive coordinators, it's all kinds of guys. I mean, we always want to know who's going to be that guy, the head guy.
Right.
Now, there's I'm going to say a shortage of offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
And there's teams like the Eagles, like the Buccaneers. I mean, there's all kinds of teams looking for an offensive coordinator.
So let me throw this out at you. You guys know my theory and my thought about some of these hirings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a team that needs an offensive coordinator, do you look at the same old names like the Mike McDonald's that are floating around there and that kind of thing that, you know, the Dolphins coach, or do you take a chance on a young up and coming potential kind of guy, or do you just kind of go with because Kevin Stefanski's name coming up all over the place,
over the place, everywhere. Yeah,
Mike McDonald's name's coming up all over the place. You know, as soon as a coach gets fired, you know, his name is coming up in all these other places.
Oh, you're the one that always told us, Big Sweet, and I hold this to you because once you're part of the upper echelon, like a head coach,
right?
You got all that money. Now, usually when you lose your job, you still got a couple more years left, at least 1 year left of big money, right?
Right, and the team that hires you don't have to pay the crazy salary,
right,
to get you in. So that's part of the equation. You're right.
That's why that's a part of the equation. That's why Mike McDaniel's name is up so high, because they know that Miami Dolphins owe him another 2 years of money.
Yeah.
They owe him another 2 years. That's why the Lions are interested. That's why the Buccaneers are interested. That's why the Ravens are interested. They're not looking at the Philadelphia Eagles are interested because he got that money coming.
True.
And that's why they ain't got to pay him.
That's a big intangible in that equation. You're right. But it doesn't allow for new blood. At one time they were the new blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of my gripes. Just about the hiring cycles anyway. Because you remember I griped that a little bit about college when we were talking about U of M's opening and some of these other openings, how they just take the same old names and just circulate them around and that kind of thing, musical chairs with the same old name. But I love there's a lot of folks that don't get opportunities that deserve them, and it's all about the brotherhood thing. If your head coach gets in. And now it's in the NFL, it's even more so with agents. If your agent gets a top client in, then he's more than likely going to bring 3 or 4 of his clients in the same door behind that agent.
Oh, sure. You're right. Yeah. And why wouldn't he? I mean, that's being a great agent, bringing in your clients.
Right. That's being a great agent. But on the other hand, as I'm talking about from the owner's perspective, the hiring perspective, I'm not just going to hire 3 or 4 guys just because the agent says so. Now, if they make sense to be hired, that's another thing. But just to hire, like I remember at one time, and no offense, when Schottenheimer was in Kansas City, there were 4 Schottenheimers on that staff. So you mean to tell me that the 4 best people you can hire happen to have the same last name? That's nepotism at its finest. And we don't necessarily get to play ball in a lot of nepotism if you just don't have an awesome family member at the top. Now you could, because the Morris name carries heavily.
Okay, heavily. So you just gonna throw the sheet on me.
You Bo Schembechler's adopted son.
Oh my God! Did you just come at me the wrong way? I mean,
so you could probably avoid it, Jamie, but y'all been swinging at me for the past few days. Called me. What did you call me the other day?
What did I call you?
Combatant. Oh no, it wasn't. What did you call me? Not combatant, but not complacent. You called me something the other day. Combative.
Yes, combative. Yes.
Okay, so I'm getting back, brother.
I got you. I understand what you're trying to say, bro, man. I'm saying I get what you're saying, but look, there are only a few. They only gonna let a few in every year. They ain't gonna let they're not gonna let the dam open up. They're gonna get you a few in at a moment. It's gonna be the coaches. And you're right. It's the head coach who you under that gets you in, that tells you, that talks about you, that tells everybody this is a good guy. This is a good guy. This is a good guy. I'm just saying. Look,
you're right. The coaching tree thing.
Exactly. The coaching tree thing. I told you about Jesse Minter. He was the defensive coordinator over at the Ravens. You don't think that Steve should be looking at Jesse Minter, a guy who knows how to coach the Ravens, who's been there, who's been a part of it, who knows the history of the Ravens and the different things like that? Yeah.
What about my homeboy and your guy?
Who?
Wink.
I love Wink. Love him to death. I was kind of hoping Wink would get that Giant job. He kind of jumped Wink after. John Harbaugh jumped Wink because it was quietly he was working with him. He was working with him. Wink was talking to him.
Yeah.
I mean, now you got me out here saying things. I'm just saying. I was looking at Wink trying to get that job.
Yeah. That. So going back to your question. Now the first domino has fallen.
Right.
Who you think will make the right fit in some of these other buildings?
Well, I think Mike McCarthy. They've been talking about Mike McCarthy. He's going to the Titans now. They're talking about him going to the Titans.
It's definite.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said that may make the shoe drop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep, I got you.
And
Okay.
I gotta respect it because that's what happens, right?
Right. So, but he did sit out a year.
He did.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
always
like
good to sit out a year when you've been in there in the thick of things for years and years on. I mean, I think that'll be. Look at Mike Thomason. If he does the TV job for 2 years, that'll be great for him.
Oh yeah, because look at what Sean Payton did. Sean Payton sat out, did the TV thing, and scouted all the other teams in the league during his TV days and figured things out. And then he went back to a head coaching job, and now he's much more prepared. To take a year off to scout through television.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You get a chance to see all 30 teams, all 32 teams. You get a chance to cycle through and see what they got, see what everybody's been doing, what's new to you, maybe what's old to you may be new to them. You know what I'm saying? You get to talk to them about how you conduct the games and stuff like that. You get a chance to meet the GMs, the owners, the coach, the players, and the different things like that. So I
wonder if Jason would want to come on and give us any idea, because he's in the thick of a whole lot of.
That would be great. I would love to bring Jason on to talk about this. I just want to give an update. The Detroit Lions have requested an interview of Arthur Smith for their vacant OC job. I'm just letting you know, bro. I'm just reading right here on Twitter. I'm right here on Twitter. They just did that. Smith has been the offensive coordinator for the Steelers as being former head coach for the Falcons.
The past 2 years, have you seen the Steelers offense?
I mean, have you seen the quarterbacks that played for the Steelers? I mean, you got Old Man and Wilson. And nothing against them. I love them. Mr. Right. Unlimited at one time. Okay.
They had the young boy.
Limited.
Thank you, Miss.
They had the young boy that went to the Jets.
Who runs crazy, who just running around. My name ain't Woody Johnson. I ain't dogging that boy out, but I'm just saying he's just running around. Does he know the play?
Right. See, that's one of the names talking about that shouldn't be in a part of the musical chair selection. Now if they're doing it just because he's been a head coach and he's been I think they're showing the Lions fans that they're really working on getting an offensive coordinator because like you being combative and always getting after Dan Campbell. We don't need Dan Campbell with his reading glasses on, looking at a chart on the sidelines and going for it on fourth down all the damn time. Correct.
So that being said, they're working hard for you, Larry Lee, and the rest of offensive coordinator lovers to get us an offensive coordinator.
Well, that's fine and dandy, but if you bring a coordinator in here and your head coach supersedes him and says, "I'm doing what I'm doing," then it's null and void. He's got to delegate and learn how to get the right. When Ben Johnson left, he took some wins with us and some cerebralness with him.
I don't know why you trying to give Ben all that cachet. Ben did what he was told to do. He was told. I mean, Dan made the decisions on things.
Exactly. My point exactly. When if you got a guy like Ben, why would you want to make all the decisions? Let the man be who he is. And we obviously see who he is because of the current situation he is. You had him. He was one of your assistant coaches. Let him do his job. Delegate, and you can tell the difference because Dan felt that he had to take play calling under his wing. And we see he did okay. But, it's a difference between he and Ben Johnson. I tell you that.
Just saying. I got another announcement to make. Happy birthday to the Super Bowl on this day, 59 years ago, was the first Super Bowl between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Hank Stram. Hank Stram was.
Yep. Hank Stram was on the sidelines of the Chiefs, and they didn't win that game that day.
No, I remember. Yeah, I remember that game as a kid watching that game, and
that's it. Man. Tell everybody your age. You was there for the power pack when the guy was flying up in the air.
No, I was gonna say I'm old because I played in 22. You know how famous Super Bowl 22 was.
Right, yeah.
Especially as a former Redskin commander,
Right. Right.
Doug, I tease Doug to this day, man. They shot Doug up with something, man. Doug ate us up that day. But Doug
hurt his knee, got up because Jay Schrader made him mad. You know as well as I do, if Jay Schrader didn't wave him off a couple weeks ago and waved him off a year earlier, Doug wouldn't have got up and he would have just limped off. But when he saw Jay Schrader coming out, there was no way Jay Schrader was coming out on that. I mean, Doug Williams was coming off that field with Jay Schrader replacing him.
You're exactly right. And then they found we had a safety. I'll leave his name out. We had a safety that ran like a 5.4.
I'm just gonna say this. It ain't just that safety. Hey, that counter tray destroyed y'all all day long. Counter tray. Timmy Smith ran for a 200 and some odd yards.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
MVP. they had our number. They found us out that day, man. And then Doug they found out, our secondary was suspect. They started lightening it up. What was the other receiver? Little Timmy
you got Ricky Sanders and Clark.
Gary
Clark. Gary Clark.
Yeah.
Ricky Sanders and Gary Clark and Art Monk. Come on, baby. I know.
They did eat us up, man. They ate us alive.
Yeah, they saw y'all coming. I ain't gonna lie to you. They saw.
But it was great. It was great to say I was there. I at least was there. The Redskins. It's safe to say the Redskins these days. They were the Redskins at that time.
They were the Redskins at the time and did a great job. And Coach called a great game.
They did. They beat us up, and I had a lot of boys on that team too, man. Mark May and the guy Dexter Manley and all the guys. Charles Mann.
Yeah.
Daryl Grant.
You know Daryl Green. You knew all the guys. Yes, you did.
Yeah. That front four was awesome. Now Charles Mann, Daryl Grant. Who was the big white dude? Big dude.
What's his name? God, you always do that.
He was from Purdue, I think.
Yes, he was.
Big boy. He was like a beast.
He take up two shower heads in the shower. Yeah. He take up two shower heads. Boy, that's the biggest man I ever seen in my life.
I can't think of his name.
Dave Butts.
Yeah, Butts. I never forget, man. We ran a sweep, right? And I was playing center, and then it was an even front, so I was uncovered. So I'm the guy that pulls on the sweep. We pull around, I snap the ball, pull around on the sweep, and here comes Butts with a full head of steam. And so I got to make a quick decision. Do I meet face to face or do I cut him? That big old dude was coming at me, smoke coming out his nose. Man, I cut him. I went for his legs. I said, I ain't meeting this guy head on face to face and get my teeth knocked out. Man, that was a big man.
That man was huge. You should see him in practice. I'm glad that Coach Gibbs gave him the days off in the summertime. And, him being old, he was that guy. He was that guy.
Who's the other? Who was the linebacker? Was it Neil Okowitz?
Okowitz.
Yep, it was Okowitz and Mel Kaufman.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. Oh, and then what's your boy went over there from the Bears eventually?
Wilbur Marshall. That's Wilbur. Yeah, Wilbur Marshall.
Yeah. Wilbur. Well, that Wilbur talked more noise. You couldn't shut Wilbur up. during the course of a game, I had never, ever, ever, ever heard of someone talking so much noise as Wilbur.
I remember Wilbur was talking so much smack. Reggie White went, Wilbur! And he goes, here. He says, Jesus loves you. That shut Wilbur up. Wilbur didn't know what to say. He can't tell you what was said. Did you hear him say what he said to me, Jamie? What does that mean? I'm like, I don't know. I know Jesus loves you.
I remember when he was with the Bears, man. Oh, we used to play Wilbur, and he had that high voice. Y'all can't block me. You can't block me. Shut up. One time I said, Wilbur, will you just shut the hell up for one play? Just one play? He drove me batty, man. Wilbur Marshall. Yes. Great player. Great player, though. Great player. That bear
he needs to get in that. He needs to get in that Hall of Fame. That's what we got to get him in.
Yeah.
We got to get him in. He's a Bear. He was a Bear down. He was a guy.
You know that when you think about it, the Bear front seven in the Hall of Fame: Richard Dent.
You're right.
Mike just went in. Mongo.
Mongo. Yep.
Steve McMichael.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Hampton. And Singletary. So 4 out of the front sevens in the Hall of Fame. I guess wow. Otis Wilson and Wilbur Marshall are about the only 2 left. There's one more.
And I think that Wilbur deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion.
Was special.
No, that defense, it revolutionized pro football.
Yeah, it was something. But we talk about it all the time. But I can say I overcame it at least one time. Monday Night Football in Miami.
You got him. I show it to you all the time. I send it to you all the time. I know. Look, I'll give you your props. I told you.
We did get them. That was the only time they got, but we got them. Yeah. Great defenses.
Larry's getting a phone call, miss.
I guess so.
I turned it off.
I guess that's our cue to go to break. Then
I guess so, because I was like, Larry's getting a phone call. He got to go to break.
Yeah,
did you recognize the ringtone?
Yes, I did. It was your little victory fight song or something.
It's better than
Why gotta be little? Why gotta be little?
It's a little fight song.
Larry, you really want to get him riled up? Just go ahead and start playing Rocky Top.
Oh my God!
Really riled up.
Do not get up Rocky Top. I don't want to hear
Rocky Top.
We're going to a break right now. The M Zone on the Big 1050.
Clear on the radio.
You don't like the Tennessee fight song?
No, because I heard it so much that one day. They scored more touchdowns than I've ever seen. They kept singing that damn song too.
Rocky Top.
Woo!
Rocky Top.
I know it. Trust me, I know the song. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know. Uh-oh. Severe weather. They got a weather alert for the game.
What game? The national title game?
No, not the national title game.
I don't know.
It's in Chicago against the Rams.
Oh, I don't care.
Wind chills are expected to range around 0 to -10.
My brother-in-law gonna go nuts. He's a diehard Ram season ticket holder.
Well, he better tell him to dress warm, dude. They better dress warm. It's gonna be crazy.
I got to see if he's going to that game.
You don't. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Now you got it in my head. Can't get it out of my goddamn head.
There you go, fans. Now you know how you get under Jamie's skin.
Jesus, now that's in my head. Jesus. The 2026 draft.
It's in fifth. Where is it?
2026 draft, yeah.
The 2026 draft of the quarterbacks. Is this the worst quarterback class ever?
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
What makes you say that?
I'm just asking because I'm gonna show it to you. You're gonna see. You guys are gonna see it.
Well, I know where the graphic is.
And it is the worst. You look at these kids, man. This ain't that good of a draft, man. They got one first rounder. They got one first. I ain't even calling Carson Beck a first rounder.
Let's see if I can find that graphic. Because I saw that graphic this afternoon. Hold on a second. Actually, I could just do it.
Fernando Mendez is going to be the number one pick.
Well,
we know that.
Yeah, we do know that.
But Ty Simpson, are you kidding me? Garrett Musmeyer? No. Carson Beck? No. Trinidad? He should stay at Ole Miss if he can.
If he can find a way to win.
Drew Aller? Are you kidding me? Drew Aller's is a scrub, and he's hurt anyway. And then you got Cade Klublink.
Yeah, Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Clemson.
I mean, come on, Miz. That's why Dante Moore went like this. I want to be with them bums. I ain't going to the Jets.
Well, that's not bad, but I got one to counter with you though. So
you got another draft class?
Yeah, after I saw the graphics of the top 5 that they were showing, I'm like, yeah, this one might take the cake. So
Jesse's got a Jesse Mentor just interviewed for the Falcons job.
Okay.
Just interviewed for the Falcons job.
And then we get this one, and we'll get that one ready to go. All right. People that are watching on stream just got to see how the sausage is made.
That's what they plugging in for, man. They want to see it.
Show me the sausage. No, whoa, phrasing there, guy. My guy. All right, we are coming back here in a moment. Stand by, gentlemen. And of course, I use that term loosely for Jamie.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got the one and only Larry Lee, who's turning it up and doing it what we need to do, baby.
We're here.
What you got, Miz? I know you got something cooking in the kitchen.
Well, I mean, you had just brought up during the break that if people are watching on stream, they got to see how the sausage is made and how we kind of come up with our show prep. That you had seen something come up about this upcoming NFL draft, that this is questionably the worst quarterback class ever.
And you don't think so?
Well, so let me go ahead and bring up this graphic real quick for those that are watching on stream. So here are the projected top 7 of the quarterback class. Obviously, the Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza from Indiana.
Right.
We found out a couple days ago that Dante Moore is going to stay at Oregon. Which is going to make things interesting. How Raiola is just going to be like,
well, he knows he's going to be the backup. Raiola, he's hurt anyway. I mean, come on.
Good point. But Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama.
Yeah, okay.
Garrett Nussmeier, LSU.
Third rounder.
Carson Beck, Miami.
Late second, early third.
From Ole Miss, formerly of Ferris State, Trinidad Chambliss
has not played enough games yet, but go ahead.
We'll see if Ole Miss can win their lawsuit against the NCAA
Right.
here.
Yep.
To me, the guy that I kept calling and slamming the table, that he is the most overglorified quarterback. And in the words of, I believe it was Stephen A., and a certified scrub, Drew Aller.
Right.
Penn
Okay.
State. And then a guy that, well, let's just be honest here. They put way too much hype on this guy, thinking he was going to be the reincarnation of Trevor Lawrence, but he ended up just being some dude named Cade Klubnik from Clemson.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, find me worse. Find me worse than that. That group right there is the worst group.
Yeah. 2022. Matt Corral, Ole Miss.
Okay, that's a bad one.
Kenny Pickett, Pitt.
A first rounder.
Yeah, but he's been on the bench since.
I got you, but first rounder, but I got it. Okay.
Malik Willis from Liberty University. He got drafted,
didn't he? First round, but I mean, the Titans took him, right?
I believe so. Yeah. It wasn't the first round; it was like the second round.
Okay, he disappeared. He's MIA.
He's back up in Green Bay.
Okay.
Sam Howell, North Kakalaki.
Who?
Exactly. And then finally, Desmond. I was a part of the college football playoff. Ritter.
Well, he's been playing, Miz. He was with the Saints, wasn't he? At the Saints for a while. He got some time.
No, you're thinking Spencer Rattler.
Oh,
gentlemen, I go back to what you've heard me say so many times. The quarterback position is hurting in the NFL. You need 96 quarterbacks to field 3 per team times 32. There are not 32. There are not 96. There's not even 932 qualified.
Not great, Bob.
If you include the guys that have retired 10 years from now, in that 10-year window, you got enough quarterbacks. Ask Phillip Rivers. He's doing well now.
Well, now he's got to reset. Now his Hall of Fame retirement clock has been reset, though.
But I'm right.
True, but that's why it's so bad that you have to go back and get a Phillip Rivers. You got to go back and get a what's the other a Flacco. You have to go back and give Aaron Rodgers looking like he looked in his 65th year, trying to play some ball. That's the quarterback position is suffering. It's struggle. That's why the few like Mahomes, Josh Allen, and them that that have some cachet, you can't breathe on them. You can't touch them because they need them. They need them in the league right now. The quarterback position is struggling. They're going to have to figure out a way to develop better quarterbacks. And, there used to be the big thing now is guys like Peyton Manning and all that. They have their own schools that some of these guys are going to now. And but if I had a son that was pretty athletic, CJ, man, create him to be a quarterback.
He's left-handed, so I agree with you on that.
Yeah, because either a quarterback or a golfer, So, but
or a baseball player.
Yeah, baseball. But in all sincerity, the quarterback position is horrible in the National Football League. Horrible. So that's why guys that wouldn't even make a team are now starters pretty much all over the place. Guys that were third teamers are backups. Guys that were backups are now starters. And it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't know how to fix it other than starting younger to develop better quarterbacks or something, or give them.
The problem is it starts in college. Go ahead, Miz. What were you going to say?
So this is a bit of a dated article that the NFL.com had put out, and this was the ranking every quarterback class since 2000.
Okay.
And this article is written in 2023. So obviously 24 and 25 draft class being left out of this. But if you were to guess, what was the best draft class since the year 2000? What would you think it would be?
Wow, year 2000.
Year 2000.
2000 to now. So the past 25 draft classes of quarterbacks. Which one do you think was the best of them all?
The most
93.
This most recent. No, the most recent one
Since
is
2000.
the most recent one is the not last year, but 2 years ago.
2024.
Yes.
Who was a part of the 2024 NFL draft class?
You had Jaden. He was number 2. Who was number 1? Who was number 1?
You had Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels, Drizzy Drake May, Michael Penix, JJ, and Bo Nix.
Yes.
Those were the top ones in that first
round.
That's
got to be it.
So again, this article was written in 2023, so this one wasn't put onto it. But they class 2004 as the best class since the year 2000.
Okay, who was in it? Who was the quarterback?
In the first round, should I make this like official? Because I think it would be pretty funny if I made it official here.
Make it official.
Here we go. With the number 1 overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft, the San Diego Superchargers select Eli Manning. Oh, wait a second. Word is now he has been traded to the New York
His daddy
Giants.
didn't go for that.
No.
At number 4, Phillip Rivers. At number 11, Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
I did not know who this guy is, but at the number 22 pick, J.P. Lossman.
Okay. We got lost with him. Go
J.P.
ahead.
Lossman.
I don't know who he is.
He was quarterback at Tulane.
Yeah.
None were picked in the second round. In the third round, at number 90, Matt Schaub, who ended up being a Pro Bowler at one point.
Matt Schaub?
Yeah, Matt Schaub.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Fourth round at pick 106, Luke McCown.
Okay.
Not to be mistaken with it was not McCown. Also a part of that class of note, Michigan John Navarre was the 7th round pick.
Okay.
At number 202.
Okay.
So that was what they classified as the best. Right behind at number 2, 2020 draft class.
Mm-hmm.
At number 1, from LSU, DBU, he's a Monesi guy boy, Joe Burrow.
Okay, I like that one.
At number 5, Tua Tagovailoa. I'm pretty sure in 2020 he did not have to worry about being in concussion protocol. At number 6, Justin Herbert. At number 26, Jordan Love.
Okay.
In the none picked in the second round, jumped to the third round at number 53. I'm pretty sure this guy won a Super Bowl title very recently. Jalen Hurts.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Other notable ones on here, but they really never kind of moved the metric. But he's become in the 5th round, Jake Fromm from Georgia. And then he's become an ongoing meme at pick number 231, Ben DiNucci.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So and then to round out the top 3, 2017, they ranked as the 3rd best quarterback class. With the number 2 pick, the Chicago Bears ended up drafting Mitchell Trubisky from North Kakalaki.
Right.
With the number 10 pick, the Kansas City Chiefs selected some dude by the name of Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's a guy at number 12. The Houston Texans select from Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
Yep. Other notable ones a part of this draft were Deshaun Kaiser, who was a quarterback at Notre Dame, CJ Beathard, who went to Iowa, Josh Dobbs, Nathan Peterman, and some undrafted ones, Taysom Hill, who ended up being a converted tight end quarterback combo, and Nick Mullins, who ended up being a quarterback for a bit up in Minnesota.
So you know your boy. To make us think a little bit more, what could possibly be the greatest quarterback class ever?
Oh, we already said that 82 draft.
83, yeah.
83, excuse me.
Yeah. That was Jim the Buffalo Bills, Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly, but it's John Elway and Dan Marino. Yeah, you got all of those guys.
Okay, yeah. That's probably the best quarterback.
Right now, I mean, I can't see anybody else. I mean, look, you want to talk about quarterbacks? Who is the greatest? Who is considered in your mind? Because we may not have the same mindset. Who is the greatest quarterback in your mindset that's ever played the game right now?
That ever played the game?
Ever played the game at quarterback. I'm talking quarterback, bro.
I would have to say, are you just talking about talent or just?
I ain't talking. You ain't got to win Super Bowls, but they help. But all I'm saying is the one that got drafted.
The best talent, I think, is Dan Marino. I've never seen a guy throw a football.
With the release. Yes, I got you. With the release. He didn't have the guys around him.
Yeah. But
he didn't have the guys around him. When he had a passing game, he's a
pure quarterback now. He's not the best winner. Now, if you're talking about, obviously, it's TB12, you know.
Right. That's who I'm saying who is. He improved himself each and every year. Every year he improved himself. He made himself he didn't come in the best quarterback.
No.
But he made himself the best quarterback. He said himself the best quarterback.
I told you this before. I tried my best to find.
No, not Bryce Underwood, Jester.
I tried my best to find.
What are you doing?
I try my best to find a reason not to give it to TB, but he is the GOAT.
Why can't you give it to TB? I mean, the man worked his butt off.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I agree.
He tells you how hard he worked.
But, you know, I was blessed. And you know, I hate to keep bringing things back to me, but I was in the huddle with Dan Marino.
Yeah, he was out.
And I was in the huddle with John Elway.
Yeah.
Right.
Which one's better? Which one would you? Oh my God! Which one would you play for? Which one was better?
I get asked this, man. I have to say this: Dan Marino's the best talent, the best passer, the best ball thrower, whatever you want to say. But Elway was like a street baller. Elway, I take that back. I reverse it. Dan was a street baller. And Elway was kind of like the, let's go guys, and a rah-rah kind of guy. But Dan was street ball. Dan come in the huddle, and boy, if you weren't on your job, he let you know. And the receivers, they heard from him, and even linemen, even linemen, So shame. You're right, absolute shame. He never got the ring. Absolutely.
Oh, it's a shame. And he only got to the Super Bowl one time.
One time.
Yeah.
One time. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you would think that Dan Marino, he came in his what? He got in his third year or his second year, one of those two, right?
Yeah, he was his second year, 83. Then 85.
You thought he would be showered with Super Bowls. I mean, the way he performed, that year was one of his greatest years. I mean, he was incredible. He had the Marx Brothers. He had everything going. Wait a minute, that defense was the B. What do they call them? The B Brothers?
Killer Bees.
Man, I remember that team. It was good.
I got there in 85. They went to the Super Bowl in 84. So
right.
I got there in 85, and that's when we beat the Bears and then Monday night and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, Jamie, Dan Marino's passing skills were just unbelievable. I have never ever seen anybody as accurate and as dynamic of a passer as Dan Marino. We watch film, and we would watch film on Mondays after a game in amazement. How did he fit that ball in there? How did he get that ball there? He was awesome. He was flat out the best. He's the best talent. Now, TB12 has, you can't deny he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Championships and everything else. You're right. He made himself better. 6th round draft choice. That's why I always ask you guys as Michigan guys, why wasn't he better in college?
No, he had to learn in college. He learned to fight. He learned to stay because he wanted to transfer, but he learned to stay and work out and be the best guy. He got his training ground at Michigan, and he tells the story. Got his training grounds at Michigan, And that's what helped him in the pros.
Right. Yep. Well, like I said, TB12 is the greatest quarterback ever. No doubt about it.
Part of that 2000 draft class.
Right.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what number pick he was?
He was number 99, wasn't he?
199.
199. Excuse me, Miz.
199, sixth round. I remember, was I with the Lions still? Did we pass him up or was I? What year was he? What was his rookie year?
His rookie year was the 2000 season. So he ended up going.
Yeah, I was still in the I was still in the organization. So yeah, but you remember back in the day, there used to be it wasn't a rift, but it was perceived that it was a rift that the Lions would not take guys from Michigan. You remember that, Jamie?
Yeah, I remember that. I told you that. We talked about it. You didn't want no Michigan guy because too much pressure come on you. How come he ain't playing yet? Why he not in the game? What's he doing?
That was not the case at all. There was nothing inside our organization that said we would not take a Michigan guy. We just never did.
Yeah, wink.
We just never did. And then, but then we signed free agents like your boy James Hall. You know, James came. Who else did we have from Michigan?
And I thanked you for that. I said you brought my boy James. You let him stay home and everything like that. That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm telling you, what was we had a safety or corner from Michigan. Corey. He was from Michigan. Corey. I can't think of his last name anyway, but yeah, but there. I'm telling you, at least the years I was there was no perceived thoughts about not taking Michigan guys. We just didn't for whatever reason. And
I'll tell you that.
It was a little rift so much that I remember I talked to Tom Goss, who I think very highly of, the AD at the time, and me and Tom were blessed because we said Tom was like somewhat of a mentor to me, but I could call Tom at any time and get some advice. And Tom and I made it a point to make sure that the two teams interacted with each other a lot more because we had a couple of practices and everything that I orchestrated with Tom where we went over to is it Yost?
Yost. Yep.
Well, we went over there to work out and everything to try to ease the tensions or try to let people know Michigan and the Lions are on the same page. There's nothing wrong there.
There was a problem. There was somebody didn't like Michigan over there. I'm just saying somebody didn't like us because we had
not that I know of
players, man.
Yeah, not that I know of, but yeah, it just happened that way. But that was big news back then. The Lions don't want nobody from Michigan. That wasn't.
You was drafting Spartans. I tell you that. Well, y'all ain't had no problem with that.
They didn't do it.
We did draft your boy at the receiver. What was his name?
Charles Rogers.
Charles Rogers. Yeah, we did draft Charles. Yeah.
But you didn't do it in 2000. Would you like to go down memory lane, Sweet, and find out?
Bring him down memory lane, man.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
In the year 2000, the Detroit Lions selections went as follow. With the number 20 pick of the 2000 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Stocker McDougal, offensive tackle, Oklahoma.
Stocker McDougal. Wow.
Stocker McDougal.
McDougal.
You wouldn't even recognize. Stocker was like a 315, 20-pound lineman. Man, he's like 230 that day. These days.
Did he have a gut? Did he look good?
He looked good. He was a big old. He was an animal. Was that the year we took your boy from Northwestern?
No, not that year. No.
Big old. No, Wisconsin. I'm sorry, Wisconsin. Big old tackle from Wisconsin.
Not in 2000. No.
Okay.
Well, let me continue down memory lane for you.
Yeah.
With the number 50 pick of the 2000 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Barrett Green, linebacker, West Virginia.
Barrett Green.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope he wasn't one of yours.
He ended up being a starter for us. Yep. Go ahead, Miz.
With the number 81 pick of the 2000 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Reuben Drowns, running back, Oregon.
I remember Reuben. Yeah, he had a knee injury that eventually he had eventually he didn't have it in college, but he got it in the league after his second or third year, and that kind of ended his career.
We fast forward to the 5th round. With the 145th pick of the 2000 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Todd Franz, safety, Tulsa.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember him.
You remember, don't you? Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he panned out.
No, he ain't paying out too good.
Jump to round 6 with the 181st pick of the 2000 NFL Draft. The Detroit Lions selected Quentin Reese, defensive end, Auburn.
Ooh, there you go. There you go.
So you just go about the name of the school. You don't care. I don't remember him at all.
Allow me to wrap up the Detroit Lions
Wrap
selection.
it up, man. Wrap him up, man.
As we jump to the 7th round with the 253rd pick of the 2000 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions selected Alfonso Boone, defensive tackle, Mount San Antonio from the South Coast Conference.
I know you got a better Michigan guy than Mount San Antonio. I mean, come on, man.
Mount San Antonio.
Well, Corwin Brown. What year was Corwin Brown?
Corwin Brown. He was there. He went to the Lions. I think he caught on with y'all.
We had Corwin for a while.
You had Brad,
Michigan guy. Yeah.
Okay.
But that was all the picks that the Lions had in the year 2000. So, everyone missed out on Tom Brady. Everyone missed out on Tom Brady.
Yeah, you just let that one go. You slip it through, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Which, by the way,
who was our quarterback in 2000 that caused us not to even look at
I would imagine that was that Scott Mitchell still part of the team at that point?
I think no.
Scott Mitchell.
Scott might have been gone. He might have been gone.
Was it Joey? Did you go get Joey then?
Joey came in later. He was like a 2002 pick, I believe.
Okay.
He was gone. He was in Cincinnati in 2000, so it wasn't Scotty Mitchell. Goodness, who knows at that point? There was somebody.
After Scott, we had
you had the kid from Eastern Michigan,
Charlie Batch.
Charlie Batch.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
Yeah, Charlie Batch.
That was my CB was my boy.
Yeah, Charlie Batch, good folk. By the way, that NFL article I was telling you about the best and worst quarterback classes since 2000, they ranked the last place draft, the worst one since 2000, the year 2007, with the number 1 overall pick of the 2007 NFL Draft. At some point, the NFL is going to come in, bust through the door, and say, "Stop playing that jingle." With the number 1 pick, the Oakland Raiders select Jamarcus Russell, quarterback, LSU.
They ain't lying. That is the worst pick in the draft ever. That's
what they say. Yeah.
Other notable quarterbacks from that draft class: at number 22, the Cleveland Browns picking up Brady Quinn. At number 43, I believe this was, I don't know, were you part of the organization in 07, Larry?
No.
I wouldn't tell nobody.
Okay, so it probably was. At number 43, I'm pretty sure it was the Lions that picked him up. Drew Stanton from Michigan State. Also in that draft class, jumping to the 5th round, 174, Troy Smith, Tyler Thigpen, and Matt Moore, who went undrafted. The next one above that was 2002. That was David Carr, Joey Harrington, Pat Ramsey, Josh McCown, David Garrard, along with other notable ones. Really not Sean Hill. There's another one, and Chad Hutchinson. Not related to Carol Hutchinson here at Michigan.
I got you. I got you.
So there you go. The NFL ranking that. But for anyone to say that this upcoming draft class is the worst, no. I still counter with this one. This one's still just
I think you're right, man.
Malik Willis has really got himself. He gonna be a big free agent.
He got
he got himself paid this year.
Yeah, just in those last few games, he definitely. I mean, hey, if I'm the Vegas Raiders and I don't trust Heisman Mendoza to take over right away, Yeah, I might be looking at seeing if I can get Malik Willis.
Yeah.
I saw that kid play against Eastern in that one bowl game. I just went, shoot, if the Lions pick him up, they got himself a nice, great, safety net of a quarterback. But they never did. And I wasn't judgmental. All I'm just saying is this: you could have had a good backup quarterback and maybe a guy that could have given Matt Stafford a little bit of time to, recover from his injuries because he kept bumming his shoulders out every time.
No, you're right.
During my time there, we did okay with quarterbacks. Rodney Peete, Andre Ware.
Yep.
Who else was there? We eventually Scott Mitchell was a free agent from Miami.
Yeah, he had one good season, Scott, and y'all went and got him.
We're going to go to break. I got a great story.
Got hurt. We got to go to a break. We got to go to a break. We got Clayton Safey coming on the other side from on 3. Yeah. We'll be right back. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. In the 5 hour. I don't know if I want to. Do I want a whatchamacallit?
I don't know. What is a whatchamacallit?
They got brushless electronic snow shovel.
Electronic snow shovel.
Yeah.
Why not?
You push it and it throws the snow.
Isn't that just a snow thrower?
Yeah, it's a snow thrower.
It's just called a snow thrower.
They called it brushless electronic snow shovel. That's what they called it.
Oh, by the way, breaking out of Seattle, quarterback Sam Darnold is questionable for the game against the 49ers with an oblique injury.
Ooh. What happened there? In practice?
I guess.
You're talking about practice, not a game.
Practice.
But we're talking practice.
Well, I had an invention. I guess it's been out now. A remote controlled lawnmower. You sit on your porch and you guide it around the yard. Let it cut the yard.
Did you make said lawnmower?
No.
Okay. So you just got it in your head. You made it in
my
your
head.
You got those vacuum cleaners that do the
right. Very similar to that concept. Is that the lawnmower, the vacuum goes on its own wherever it can until it finishes. But you sit on your porch with a remote control, and you control the lawnmower and take it around your yard and cut.
Okay.
I think the only quarterbacks that you were a part of in terms of the draft stuff was probably Joey, Larry.
That's what I said, Joey.
Yeah, that's the only one. Unless, like I said, if you weren't a part of the 07 season, then you weren't a part of the Stafford pickup.
No, I wasn't there then. No.
Yeah, but the other notable quarterbacks that were picked up by the Lions, like you mentioned, Andre Ware, Chuck Long from Iowa.
Oh, this was
Greg
Landry. You can get this one for $188.
You can probably get one over at
Chuck
the
Long, Andre Ware. What was the other quarterback? We brought in a lot of guys that like Joe Ferguson and
you had old Joe. Old Joe came in. I remember Joe Ferguson from the Buffalo Bills.
We had Mike Toms. We brought in Mike Tomczak one year.
Yeah.
We brought in what was the Heisman winner?
That guy in. You ain't bring in. Finally,
we brought in the Heisman winner, Gino Toretta. We brought Gino in.
Yeah, you wasted your time. You should have called me.
Related Michigan news, Zach Marshall is returning.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we got another Marshall returning, but on the defensive line, and Nathan Marshall, linebacker, right? It's either linebacker or defensive tackle. I know he's on the defensive line, I think. But yeah, congratulations to those. Glad to see them.
Virginia signed safety Hillman.
Hitman Hillman, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Brandon Hillman is going to UVA.
Just saw that.
Somehow a guy with 0 years of eligibility has entered himself in the transfer portal. I don't know how that's going to work out, but okay.
Washington Commanders just named DJ Williams as their new quarterback coach.
Who was DJ Williams?
DJ Williams was a Grambling graduate and quarterback, son of Doug Williams. You should have known that. There you go.
Nepotism working in our favor.
That's what I'm about to say to you. There's some nepotism, right?
Look out.
Oh, don't stop me. Don't stop me. I got something to tell you. What you got a son? Where you get the son from?
We need to call and have Doug on one day.
We got to get him on. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, man, coming out in the draft, I knew I was going to be a Redskin. Buggs called me.
Oh, Buggs loved you. I know he loved you.
He did. Buggs called me and said, Larry, we're in the second round. We're going to take you in the second round. I said, okay, coach, great. Because they took Mark May in the first round. And they took, who did they take first? Was it Mark or Russ Grimm?
They took Mark.
They took Mark first, yeah.
Mark first.
So I was instead of me, I think they took Russ Grimm. That worked out for him, Hall of Famer.
All right, got Clayton on hold, and we're coming back here in about a little over 30 seconds.
Oh, my God. Miz, you ain't joking.
What?
About Sam Donald.
Yeah, I told you. Listen, I can just thank the
crazy.
big-ass TV screen in the studio. That's all.
I'm just you got it. Okay, I got you.
Well, who's the backup in Seattle?
That would be the quarterback, Melrose, Jalen Melrose.
Jalen Milroe?
Yep, that's who it is.
Okay.
Charlie Batch. That's right, Jester. Charlie Batch.
That's my boy. CB.
Yeah, Charlie.
Eastern Michigan.
Charlie.
Got his name up there. Drew Lock right now is technically listed as a backup.
Well, he could be. That's true. You're right.
I might trust Jalen Miller over Drew Lock. I don't know.
Me too. I probably would go with Jalen Milrose.
All right. Stand by, guys.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got the big fella himself, Larry Lee. Larry, it's not your fault. It's not your fault we didn't have that. We didn't get another quarterback or we didn't get a lot of Michigan guys. Don't blame yourself. I know you're agonizing over it right now, but it's okay, bro. It's okay. And joining us is Clayton Safey.
Look at it.
Wolverine on 3. What's up, Clayton? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, guys. Great to be here.
Clayton, did you just hear that sticking move he just did with me?
What sticking move? What you talking about?
Did you just he's gonna stab me and then he's gonna move on?
I gotta move on.
He did move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
He moved on pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Did you stay up for the game, Clayton, last night? That was some game. I'm telling you, I was up all night, baby.
I know, West Coast hoops. I stayed up. It was a good watch, a good bounce back win for Michigan for sure. That was I told people that hey, wake your kids up and let them watch Morez Johnson play basketball because that's how basketball should be played.
Grown man ball.
I like that. 16 points and 16 rebounds. And you got to say Mara, hey, he was balling. Somebody made him mad last night.
Yeah, remember we had Mad Vlad last year when he would play his best when he was mad. Now that's Adai Mara. That was 20 points on 11 shots from the field. And then I was looking at it, and you're like, wait, why does he only have 2 rebounds? It's like, oh, that's because Morez Johnson got all the rebounds. He had 16 of them. So those two combined for 36, 18 rebounds, 4 blocks. They were dominant, and Elliot Cadeau was in foul trouble. Michigan didn't get everything it wanted to out of its guards or its three-point shooting, but they dominated the paint and won the paint battle 50-28. So credit to those big guys for really kind of winning them that game last night. Double digits on the road, quad one win. You will absolutely take it.
Yeah, I'll take that any day, anytime. I love what I saw. They played great. They played defense. They were getting after the ball. And look, that game does not that game, the way it ended, does not represent. They had a 15-point lead for a while there, and then they just let, Washington do their thing.
Yeah, they kind of botched the last minute there, which maybe hurts them in the analytics, but you get the win. That's all that matters. And yeah, I mean, I think it is solid. Like, I think when you look at Michigan's 3-point shooting the last 5 games, it's been way down. 26.5% in the last 5 games. They were 5 of 23 last night. That's only 22%. So even if they shot, the national average, which I think is 33%, then you're winning that game. To your point, you're probably winning it by 16 or 19, even with the way that last minute or two went, or maybe 22 or 25 if you would have not allowed some cheap points from Washington late. So either way, they found some ways to win without hitting their 3-point shots. But it would be nice for them to start to hit those at a higher clip again, because that was when they really were able to separate from teams. When you go back to Gonzaga, when they beat them by 40 points or whatever it was, and Amari Burnett went 4 for 4. They need to get some guys hot again from 3, but other than that, I think it was a really nice bounce back win after what happened on Saturday.
No, it's a huge bounce back week, and it looks like Yaxel is getting better. It looks like that leg is that calf is getting better. He was running much better, running up and down the floor. Your 3 big men are controlling the lane. And then you got your guards. Hey, the guards are playing really well too.
I thought Roddy Gale played about as well as he has, and he didn't even have to score much, but it was just the activity on defense, the passing, the offensively leading the break. And it feels like every time an opposing fan base is mad about a call, that didn't go their way, Roddy Gale's just flying up the floor on the other end after the. Adimar probably goaltended, towards the end of the game there, but it made up for a bad call earlier when Michigan didn't win their challenge on the Merez Johnson goaltend. But either way, Roddy Gale's, driving in, going coast to coast for a layup, getting fouled a lot, finding his teammates. So that was big because Cadeau getting in foul trouble is a bit of a trend here. And I thought LJ Kaysen played solid, didn't try to do too much, but Elliot Cadeau has picked up multiple fouls in the first half of 9 of 16 games so far. And then, he's had his issues in the second half too, including last night where he had 4 fouls, sat for the last 7 minutes of the game. So that is something that needs to get figured out. We're over halfway in the season here. Some calls aren't great, but also he's a little over aggressive at times too. So he has to find a way to stay on the floor, because even though he only played 20 minutes, he still had 6 assists and did some good things despite his shot not going down. So he's got to figure out a way to be available for them. But credit to Roddy Gale for stepping up.
No, you're right. These guys are playing better. Dusty got into them, and they're starting. I mean, look, this West Coast jaunt, and then you got the gauntlet coming up. With that Clayton. So this team has really got to come together, because this is Big Ten basketball. This isn't that run up and run. You got the break, or you can stop and hit that 3 and everything like this. No, it's going to be half court basketball.
Well, I think you bring up a good point, because I think you and I talked about this back in November when they did win those 3 games so big out in Las Vegas, that it was a one-day prep.
Right.
So, 2 out of those 3 games at the very least. So you're kind of just rolling out there and playing. There's not a lot of time to scout your opponent. That plays into Michigan's favor because of how unique their lineup is, with the 3 big guys and, all sorts of skill and the depth Michigan has. So they were able to stay fresh. So that bodes well for when they go to Chicago for the Big Ten tournament, when they head out to the NCAA tournament. But the Big Ten is just a little bit different. The level of scouting is at such a high level, and you can hit your ebbs and flows in the season. I think Michigan, is hitting one of their lower points that we've seen lately, especially with 3-point shooting. The defense against Wisconsin, we all know what happened there. Obviously 15 threes. You don't see that every game, but regardless, I think, this is an important time really good shot to come out of this 2-game road trip 2-0 because Oregon is 8-9. They've only beaten one high major team all season, and that's Maryland, who I had number 18 in my Big Ten power rankings on Monday. So they don't have many quality wins. But still, it's another road game. You got to show up. And then, like you said, Indiana, Ohio State, Nebraska, Michigan State, that's the next 4 after Michigan comes back. And Dusty May mentioned this the other day, that Michigan will have the shortest turnaround between a West Coast trip and their next game. So it's not just about traveling out west. It's about traveling back. Out of any team in the Big Ten, they'll play Tuesday against Indiana. So they got to be able to be, recover from that trip as well and get prepared for the next game, because Indiana is going to come to Chrysler and, bring the same type of energy that everyone is against Michigan and try to come in and steal a win.
Well, it seems like, and Clayton, is it just me? It seems like everybody's going to try to punk Michigan. They're going to get in their face. They're going to bump them around. They're going to do all kinds of stuff to get into the heads of Michigan. And, if you take up on that, then they say we got them, right?
Yeah, well, I think you're going to get everyone's best punch. And I've really enjoyed listening to Terry Mills on the broadcast this year talk about that, because that's something he experienced back in 1989 and when he was on really good Michigan teams, is that everyone's going to show up for that game against Michigan. And we saw it last night. That was the first sellout of the season for Washington at their home arena. There were a lot of Michigan fans that started to take over at the end of the game, but still you saw a good crowd there. You're going to see a really good crowd at, some of the tougher road environments you play in. You go at Illinois, at Purdue, at Michigan State, at Ohio State as well, at Iowa, which is, a team that hung in for a while against Purdue the other night. They looked like a pretty solid team. So you're going to have to bring your A game on the road, and then teams are going to come to Chrysler thinking, hey, if we get hot like Wisconsin did, we can come in and win this thing. But you're right about the physicality, bumping the guys, kind of shoving. Like, teams realize that they're at a talent disadvantage, they're at a size disadvantage against Michigan. So they have to kind of resort to trying different things, trying different methods to try to beat them. So Michigan's got to be ready for that, and you're not going to get the call.
No, not at all. And this team, it's good that they're on the road, so it gives them a chance to do some bonding. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's telling them how great they are. Now they need to look at themselves and into themselves as a team and go from there.
Yeah, and Dusty May was talking on Monday night on his radio show about how he's never been around a team that, spends as much time together as this one does on the road, and how this road trip will give them an opportunity to bond closer together. I think, that was a big theme of something they talked about during that trip when they went out west for, the Players Era Festival out in Las Vegas. It gives them the extended time to spend time with each other. And that is important in college basketball, especially when it's a group of guys that hasn't been playing together all that long. So if they can use this as kind of an inflection point in their season, I think that would be really positive for them. And they just continue to, stack some wins here as they go forward. There are some teams undefeated in the Big Ten right now, but Michigan still obviously controls its own destiny. So we can see how many wins they can rack up here.
Yeah, let's see. It's going to be interesting. We'll find out what kind of team we got. Probably by the end of next week.
Yeah, that's when it gets real. And then the week after is Nebraska, Michigan State.
Right.
Nebraska is incredible. They're undefeated.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw the Michigan State game, I saw the Ohio State game, and there was one other game that they showed on the BTN. I'm like, why am I watching so much Nebraska? But it's because they're undefeated.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're fun to watch too, and they've won 21 straight games, Jamie, because they won the Crown last year, the first ever Crown title.
Yep.
Fred Hoiberg, the beginning of his tenure there, did not look like it was going very well.
Oh, it was laughable. It was laughable. And now
they're 17-0. They beat Michigan State, Ohio State, Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, Oklahoma. New Mexico's a good win that they had, quad one earlier on in the season. So this is a legit team. And Michigan is fortunate. They have them at home. Michigan State, another contender for the Big Ten title, had to go at Nebraska out in Lincoln, and they lost that game. So that's nice. But Michigan does have some tough road games on the rest of the schedule here.
Yeah, they do, and that'll be good for them. But always remember this: we're still favored in all of our games right now. I don't know why, but they're favored in every game they're expected to play.
I did see, actually looking at it now, KenPom has Purdue as a 1-point favorite over Michigan on February 17th at Mackey. So that did change, but you're right. For a while there, it was favored to win every game, and they had that little percentage at the bottom of the KenPom page, percentage chance to go undefeated, and it was like 6.4. Of course, that's not going to happen anymore, but it was incredible that it was even that high, because it's so hard to go undefeated in this sport.
Well, wait a minute. Vanderbilt got beat recently, so now we're down to what, Ms.? 3 or 4? 3. So, I mean, it's only 3 left now, Clayton. But I got to switch over to football with you now, because the portal's closing down tomorrow, right?
I love the sound effect.
I knew it would throw you off.
Yeah, to me,
you guys were quick with that. Yeah, I was like, am I getting another call or something? But no, so it does end tomorrow, but it is worth noting that players just need to request to go in the transfer portal by the end of the day tomorrow, and then schools have 48 hours after that to actually enter them in. So I don't want fans out there to get confused when they start seeing some guys go in over the weekend as well, because that's the reason why. And then second point I think to note is that you can still add players after the portal's closed. I think that's a misnomer sometimes with fans out there. So you can add, and the important date to know for Michigan is January 27th. That's the add drop date for classes for this semester. So I think ideally you get guys in before then so they can get enrolled. Because sometimes we do forget, Jamie, that
they got to go to school.
College.
Right. They got to go to school. Exactly. We always forget that. It's the NIL. We don't care about anything but how much did they get. Hey, how big is their bag?
Unless you go to Ohio State, we don't go to Ohio State to play school.
Exactly. I mean, that's the adopted method now. That being said, Clayton, winner or loser with the new staff and the new coaching and everything like that, how has the portal been to this new staff?
I think they've managed things pretty well. And I think when you talk about portal with Michigan's situation right now, you have to include the retention efforts that they've had to do to keep these guys. Because, a lot of the upperclassmen on this team, if they do stick around and they have eligibility left, this is the third head coach they've played for. It's hard to keep guys at one school for 3 different tenures, right? And for the most part, Michigan's done that. And for the most part, this is a new staff. They have brought in, 7 of 10 assistant coaches are new. Tony Alford, or really 8 of 10, because Kerry Combs, the special teams coordinator, has only been here a month. So Lou Esposito, another really key, re-addition to the coaching staff under Kyle Whittingham. But as far as the players go, I think they've managed it pretty well. It stung to lose Cole Sullivan to Oklahoma, but that was probably your biggest loss so far. Justice Haynes goes to Georgia Tech, but you still feel like you're pretty loaded at running back position, Jamie. So I think with Jordan Marshall, anytime you got number 23 back there,
you got a number 23, you good to go. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. And I do like, they brought Jair Hill back, Barry's coming back, and then, really they brought back they brought in Utah's best defensive back, Smith Snowden, corner who can also play nickel, was second team all Big 12 last year. And they brought in their leader in sacks with 11.5 and 11 games last year, John Henry Daly. And then they brought in one of their youngest and most promising pass catchers last year, J.J. Buchanan, a versatile player who can play both tight end, wide receiver, had over 400 receiving yards last year as a freshman, 5 touchdowns. So he's a weapon himself. And then you've brought back the key additions on the offensive line, or key retentions on the offensive line. So you couple all that with having what I think is a better coaching staff than you had a year ago today, then I think they've done a pretty good job. But I do think the offense, which is weird to say, the offense has a little bit of a brighter outlook than the defense on paper right now, but it's still early.
Yeah. They did bring in a couple linebackers. Some of them are some of our nephews of Tony Alford, but I get it. They I mean, you're right. They replaced I don't know if you can replace a Cole Sullivan, but they did bring in some linebackers. They did bring in some defensive backs. I mean, they got some pit guys. We got a lot of pit guys.
Yeah. That's tough for Pitt. They got the long snapper and the kicker.
Right.
And then who?
The punter from Vegas, right?
Yes. The punter from UNLV.
Right.
Well, an Australian. First Australian punter in a while, Jamie, that we've had here at Michigan. I guess it's just two from Pitt. But yeah, it's both specialists. So 2 out of the 3 guys in the kick, the place kicking battery there, as Jim Harbaugh would call it, the snapper and the kicker are in place from Pitt coming to Michigan. So it's got to count for something, I would think.
No, I mean, I think the staff has done well. And you know what? I did expect to see a flurry of Utah/BYU players to come.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen it from Utah. We haven't seen any from BYU quite yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4 from Utah. And like I said, I think, and really I should mention Jonah Leah as well, the defensive
lineman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Michigan needs depth at defensive tackle. He played the most D tackle snaps on the Utah team last year on what was a good defense. So that's important. Enoeta looks like he's coming back out of the transfer portal. Trey Pierce, still there entering his senior year. So I do think you're probably not as deep as last year at D tackle, but you still have some guys with experience there. As you kind of shuffle out a lot of D linemen that were in the rotation last year are now out of eligibility. But you've done all that. Only 4 from Utah. We'll see if there are more. But I think it is 4 of their better players from last year.
Right.
And then Jamie, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention they addressed backup quarterback. That was
they
a big
did.
need for this
That's
team
true.
Too.
The kid from LSU.
The kid from LSU, and then Braden Fowler Nicolosi from Colorado State.
Yes,
yep.
Yes. So that's great too. You got and we got a quarterback. We got a quarterback coach.
Yeah. Did you see that clip with Whittingham and Urban Meyer?
I did. That's got to stop. I'm telling you, that's got to stop. We can't be having him. We can't have our coach doing that.
Come on, man. See, the coaches can do it, Jamie.
No, the coaches they don't know no better. And you know what? Right now, Urban is camouflage right now. He's like, I'm your buddy. Yeah, tell me what's going on so I can run and tell, Day and everything like that. Come on, man. You know that's camouflage. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He's got that tough Buckeye in him.
Yeah, and even when he props up Kyle Whittingham, he makes sure to mention that, hey, he worked under me at Utah. And man, I just don't trust Urban Meyer, but maybe that's just being around for too long here around these parts. But one podcast is fine. And then, okay, let's move on maybe.
Yeah, you know what? We can joke about it and everything like that, but that's a man who got his start from Urban Meyer, who set him up when Urban left Utah to go to Florida. He became the head coach, and he was there for 21 years, right?
Right.
Yep.
So I mean,
right, and yeah.
I guess we got to let him have his one bad thing.
If that's the worst thing, that's fine. There's much worse things a head coach could be doing.
That's true. That's true. We've been there.
As long as he wasn't caught on the pontoon boat with him, that's all. If you know, you know.
Anyway, well, this coach, he's physically the man. He's physically the man. That man, I don't care how old he is. He's 66, but he's a world record holder in that.
Is there something wrong with 66?
No, Larry. It's completely understandable for being 66. If you're that old, I mean, I give you that. God loves you for being that 66. You have a right mind, and you remember a lot of things. Good job. Who did you draft as a quarterback?
Oh my God.
Anyway, Clayton, we appreciate all the information you gave us, and you still didn't tell us, were we winners or losers in the transfer portal?
Oh, true. I'm going to say winner. You know,
Okay.
I don't know that you significantly changed your outlook in terms of your roster, but they had barely any time to get this thing together, and I think it's been pretty impressive what they've done so far. So I'm going to say a winner because it could have gone a lot worse than this, especially when you look at, you know, how the other coaching changes go around the country. A lot of guys leave. You're seeing a lot of guys stay here at Michigan.
No, that speech he gave, apparently it hit a lot of guys, you know, right in that heart about Michigan, and they loved what he was selling, and they bought it. So it was a great opportunity for him to sit there and get that point across down at the bowl game.
No doubt. But man, you two, I can feel some hostility there. We're talking quarterback, draft picks, and all this stuff.
Oh no, I love Larry. Larry's like a big brother of mine. Don't worry. We get after one another most of the time because Larry's he's a naysayer. He doesn't like it and everything. Then when we just showed him that nepotism is on the brother side too, now he understands.
I'm just trying
to stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to expose Jamie to a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know what the word is.
Hey, Clayton, can you visualize a Michigan, Ohio State right after the game having a big party and inviting the fans to come on in and have an award banquet for the best player on the team and all of that? Can you ever see that?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. You know they do. Do you know that UCLA and USC does that or did that at one time?
I figured that's where you might be going with that. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. They call them
the problem would be, and the problem is,
if you call yourself arch rivals, I mean, you don't like one another.
True, during the course of the game. Or the week of the game.
Who get that? Clayton, he surely doesn't know what an arch rival is. Not in the Midwest style. Larry's from Dayton, Ohio, too. So just to let you know, where the first of flight, I think he was trying to claim.
The birthplace of aviation, Jamie.
Where the folk music really was born. That's really what it is.
The great Dayton, Ohio. Yes, sir. But I'm not a Buckeye slappy. Let's get that straight. I'm not a Buckeye. I chose not to go to UCLA. When Woody Hayes wanted me pretty bad, I went to UCLA. So I love Ohio State, but I'm not Ohio State slappy. I even said no to them.
Yeah, okay. All right, just because you didn't want to be cold, I know what you. Hey, it's cold. It's cold in Dayton, Ohio. I wouldn't want to go there either.
Clay, can you blame me?
I can't blame you for not wanting to go to Ohio State. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I like the way you shaped that to bring it back with the Michigan angle.
Well, Clayton, really appreciate you coming on, being a part of the M Zone. As always, we really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks. That's Clayton safe.
Look, I'm never coming back on the show.
He'll be back. He loves us. USC and UCLA are arch rivals to Michigan. Just remember the Rose Bowls. I get that. I get that. I do know that there are arch rivals, but they're crosstown rivals that play to go to the Rose Bowl at the time in the Pac-10 and in the Pac-12 Pac-10, Pac-12, all the same. And yet,
go ahead. You know what you should be looking at is how we were entrepreneurs in college at that age. There was no NIL or anything going on back in those days. So Larry,
are you claiming that you pocket the money that you charge for people to come into the award?
We had a group called the Boogie Rescue Squad, The Boogie Rescue Squad was Ronnie Lott, Dennis Smith, Marcus Allen, Larry Lee, Ken Easley, and Freeman McNeil, and we put on the event, and it was a money-making event for us.
Is that an admissions that we cheated? Because back then that's not right. You couldn't do that then. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know you shouldn't be making any money there. So I'm going to report you.
We've already ticked off your boy Zoe with all the accusations of having an extra doctor, and I'm using air quotes here to help out with medical issues. I'm using air quotes. That has been documented on many occasions on this channel.
Yes, you should compliment us on being entrepreneurs in that day and age.
I did, and I thought it was a smart and a genius move. I still think it's a genius move. That's how you guys paid one another. I get it. I get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get it. Hey.
But it ain't happening in Ann Arbor or Columbus, right?
No, not neither way. No, that ain't happening.
Would never happen.
It ain't happening in East Lansing either.
Certainly not.
And Ann Arbor.
That's true. It's more so East Lansing because it's an interstate rivalry more so than Ohio State.
That's true.
That's what ours was, a cross-town rivalry, not even an interstate rivalry, a cross-town rivalry.
I just don't know how I mean, that should
You know
boil
what?
your blood.
You know what? Because we saw those guys on a regular all over town at parties and pick up basketball games all over everywhere.
Well, you guys just willy-nilly just hold hands and it's us together. We all together. We all in this together. That's all y'all doing. I mean, yeah, okay. That's not the Midwest. We don't like one another. We just like ourselves.
It's how we stay warm in the winter, as we just get angry at each other.
Exactly.
I guess that's it, Miz. I guess that's it.
I guess what happens is the basketball team like that willy-nilly too, hold hands and have banquets and everything. Kumbaya.
I don't remember the basketball team being like that. Now I will say the track teams were like that because UCLA and USC track. If football was like the main thing, UCLA and SC track back then was it, and that's the biggest That was the biggest rivalry in the country, like Ohio State, Michigan. The track, UCLA. We had, the Jackie Joyner Kerseys, the Greg Fosters, the Evelyn Ashfors, the Flojos, and all that. And they were loaded too. We got to ask our girl Candace.
We'll bring Candace in and find out about that. How big that was.
The UCLA USC dual track meet would get 50,000 people.
Wow, 50,000 people
at a track meet.
That's more people at a regular UCLA game nowadays.
You're right. UCLA now the 84. Since the Olympics are coming back to LA,
right?
The 84 and the 88 Olympic track teams, look it up. 75% of those teams were UCLA and USC.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
I can name them. Dave Lout, world record shot putter. Mike Tully, world record pole vaulter. Evelyn Ashford, Greg Foster, world record holder, high hurdler. We all were in school together. Jackie Joyner Kersey. Evelyn Ashford, who else? Millard Hampton. Millard Hampton was a 200 silver medalist in the 200. Who else was? There's about 10 or 15 guys from the track team that was in the Olympics off of UCLA's team alone.
Oh, wow. Okay. I get it. Hey, that is the truth about that. The UCLA and USC, Stanford, all of those schools in California help the U.S. team. I look, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not denying you. Yeah. I'm giving you. I just like.
But that rivalry, they were boys. The world record holders and stuff. They were friends.
Track guys don't talk to one another when they competing, though. You know that. They don't. I never talked to anybody when I ran the 100 against.
I forgot Willie Banks, world record triple jumper. Willie Banks.
Nice. There you go. See, look at you.
Okay. All right.
in Ohio, they had Jesse Owens. He's got, we got the Jesse Owens feel over here in Ann Arbor.
Do you?
Yeah, because he set so many records that you look it up. I'm telling you, I'm help you out.
I'm really amazed you would admit that, Jamie.
Okay.
You showed me something there. You showed me a little bit of something there.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that on the other side. And we have the question of the day on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
Clear on the radio.
So there is a Jesse Owens
monument on the track that's on Michigan Athletic Campus.
Wow.
I think he set like 4 or 5 world records that day when he competed.
Oh, okay.
And Don Canham, the old athletic director, he's a track guy, so he wanted to document Jesse Owens.
But I think was Don Canham, was he African American?
No, Don Canham was a white man, but he loved track and he did love African Americans and everything like that. He respected them.
That's great. That's great.
Did you guys see the news about 2 soon-to-be inductees for the College Football Hall of Fame?
No.
Herman Moore and Ndamukong Suh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, all right. I got to call Herman and congratulate him.
Yep, class of 2026.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
If you want to have him on, let's do it. Just let me know.
He's from UVA, right? He
Right.
played at UVA. That's what I thought. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
By the way, Mr. Bo Denny, if they had funding for it, I'm pretty sure that they would compete in the Big Ten. UCLA hockey at the club level is really good. You saw the pictures I sent you, the Centennial jerseys, right?
Right. I saw it. Yes. I thought they were nice. I need to get me one of those. I need to get one of them jerseys, man. I like the color.
Yeah.
You know I
Cannot
do.
compete in hockey. So he's trying to start some mess.
Oh,
Whoever.
he look at them.
They are a great club. Both of them are great club programs. I'll tell you that right now. I still, even though I'm no longer working for EMU and their club team, I still keep my finger on the dial of everything club hockey to this day.
Okay, why isn't that deal done now? The Harbaugh deal done.
I don't know. Maybe they all stayed up for the basketball game and then they out get into bed. I don't know.
I'm just saying because I've been watching. They're finalizing the deal. Larry, why does it take 3 days to finalize the deal? Get the deal done.
You know what? It's agents.
There it is.
Because now, once they kind of agree on the number and years,
they agreed on the number. They've agreed on he'll have power. All has been agreed. They want him.
but there's also another thing, Jeremy. How they what can I say? How can they explore? Because the agent now. What happens is the agents gets their 2 cents in there, and they want to make it. It's going to come out that Harbaugh has the highest, and it might be true, the highest contract ever in the history of pro football. And now the agent is working on his take, so he can get it out there and how to best put it out there. That's what's going on now. They're pretty much agreed to terms, but they're dotting I's and crossing T's. That's all, and you have to do that. Yeah. How he's going to be paid and all that kind of stuff. That's what's going on now.
Look at these bad boys right here. Look at these.
I love that. Yeah,
look at them sweaters.
It's so nice. Those sweaters are cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
Go get your size large in that. Send that to me, baby. That's nice.
Got to get goalie. Hey, Larry, I'm gonna tell you right now. Goalie cut. You get goalie cut. Okay. You us big guys. Goalie cut.
I don't want goalie cut. I just want the regular cut.
I gotta have goalie cut.
Yeah, us big guys, we need goalie cut because we fill out them jerseys real quick, real big like. So
So the goalie cut is for them with all the pads, but we got the built-in pads.
Exactly, we got natural padding.
Okay. What's the question of the day?
What's the question of the day?
I don't know. I mean, do you want to dial back on the whole quarterback class thing that we were
Yeah,
talking
let's
about?
do. Who's the best? I mean, we could always say who the best quarterback is, but everybody's gonna say Tom Brady.
Right.
I'm just saying, everybody gonna say Tom Brady.
Or
Johnny, you ain't no
just
more.
say besides Tom Brady.
Okay, besides Tom Brady,
Yeah,
who's the greatest quarterback? I like that.
Okay.
Bring those Bruins to the big house. I like that. For an outside game, I love it.
That'd be,
we should have a great boy. I love the outdoor games. Them games is good, man.
Yeah.
They good.
There's actually we were doing we had the press conference with Brandon after the Notre Dame game on Saturday, and Alejandro saw the picture of the first outdoor game, the one with Michigan State, and I go, my boy actually played in an outdoor game like the night prior to that one, because Eastern actually had they played their outdoor game out there too.
So nice.
Yeah.
Not growing up, not knowing much or watching much hockey. I went to a Red Wings game one time and sat near the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was like a kid at Christmas. Man, I was yelling and screaming, and it was fun, man. It was exciting, man.
Watching them guys skate real
PJ,
quick up
I
and
need
down.
you to find out who this guy is.
All right. I'll let Jamie finish his voice to text, and we're going to be coming back from break here in a moment.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and you got Larry Lee, the partying Bruin. I got to give you crap anyway. 734-998-1050, 734-998-1050. You can call us and we can talk about what we've been talking about all day long. Or, question of the day, outside of Tom Brady, who is the greatest quarterback to you in the professional football? I'm saying professional football, not just the NFL. Who is the greatest quarterback in your time?
You know my answer.
Oh, yeah, you told me, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
I got you.
Yes.
Now, outside of Tom Brady, you know who I'm going with. That Notre Damer. The guy who played for the San Francisco 49ers.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
You know what? That's a hell of a choice too. That's a hell of a choice.
That's Tom Brady's guy. He that's who made Tom Brady. He said he'll tell you the games he went to and everything.
Yeah,
that's true. That's a great choice too. Yeah, great choice.
You better be glad I'm on the radio, because anyway. I like that. I like that, Bo. That's good. I like that. Johnny U. A lot of people gonna say Johnny U.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people gonna say Johnny U.
Yeah, Johnny U. Who else?
Who else you got? I mean, I'm gonna say this, and everybody's gonna say you crazy. I'm going to give Terry Bradshaw his due. Terry Bradshaw is one of the greatest quarterbacks in professional football. He won 4. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. And he played in Pittsburgh. And he's that one quarterback.
That's true.
And he called his own plays. I'm telling you, he called his own plays. I
like that. Joe. What about Joe Willie?
See, I mean, he's a 1-year wonder, but
you gotta consider. Well, I'm thinking the Peytons of the world, but
Peyton Manning is a great quarterback. Peyton Manning is a great quarterback. John Elway's a great quarterback. I mean, it's really 734-998-1050, 734-998-1050. What's up, Hadley? Get it stirred up.
Oh, I can do that.
Hollywood Bronte. Okay.
I'm gonna fall out my chair.
Don't get me started, Jamie.
Apparently, Hadley must be caffeinated too.
He is caffeinated.
No, I admit, Jamie, I stayed up for the first half of the game, and we should have been up a lot more. And I thought, okay. What was so funny is that it took them 10 minutes till the 10-minute mark of the first half to get their first 3-pointer. Both teams went 0 for 18.
I got mad at it too. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't see the second half, because when you said it was 80-65 with 3 minutes to go, I thought we got this. And then I know we still won by 10, but still, you let them back in the game.
I mean, Hadley, let them back in the game. They made some points. Yes, yeah, I get it. I get it, though. I get it. The points. Everybody wants the points.
Okay. Well, I just know you'll be going to bed about the same time CJ's in bed tonight.
So
oh,
God, yeah. I'm so tired. I'm so riled up, and I digging snow and doing all of that. I'm tired.
Well, what time did you finally get to bed?
I'd say 1:45 is the last. 12:45 is the last thing I saw.
And you still got up at 6.
Got up at 5:30 to be exact. My cats don't let me sleep until 6 anymore. They make me wake up.
Why do you keep them in your room?
I leave my doors open and they come in when they want. Stop it.
We're hungry, Daddy.
There's nothing wrong with having cats. Cats they fight evil, any kind of evil coming your way. And you better be somebody they used to your smell, because these cats, they don't like anybody new in the house.
I'm just not an animal guy. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Your cat say to you, "Daddy, chill."
No, they kill themselves, and then they bring me what they kill.
No, I think Hadley said this.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
That's what I said.
What the hell is even that?
Sorry. I don't know. I wondered that too, Miz.
He's feeling good about himself. Go ahead, Miz. Hey, give us your favorite quarterback. Give us your quarterback.
Well, since I've lived longer than all of you, I'm giving it to the GOAT, 6-time Super Bowl winner. Come on now.
Wow, Hadley went young.
That's a lot.
Hadley went young.
Well, no, the question was besides Tom Brady.
Yeah, outside of
Tom Brady. It's outside of Tom Brady, Hadley.
Well, then I'm going to give it to Joe Montana.
Not a bad choice.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
You didn't like anybody else back in your day?
Well, I could go way back. How about Buddy Parker?
I don't know who the hell Buddy Parker is.
He was the quarterback for the Lions.
And did he win a championship?
Yes, he did.
He got a chip?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, well, who was that good quarterback for? God, Miz, you may have to help me on this. It was the last championship was 1957,
right?
And the quarterback, and they traded the quarterback, Detroit,
right, to Cleveland.
And the curse went on.
Yep, the curse happened.
And the curse happened then.
Is that Night Train?
No.
No, that was oh man, I know
Bobby Lane.
Bobby Lane.
That's it.
Yeah, and then and then Peyton Manning and our good friend down in Chelsea expunged the curse of Bobby Lane.
No, Bobby came back. Bobby came back 2 years. Came back.
Yeah, but no, Peyton Manning and Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
They expelled the curse of Bobby Lane.
Well, I guess Bobby Lane's ghost didn't care for the alcohol they poured. Maybe he wants an upper scale kind.
I only know Buddy Parker because I worked for the Lions. That's the only way. That's the only way I know Buddy Parker.
Who the hell is Buddy Parker? And what year did he play, Hadley?
52, 53 is when he won championship.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
You are welcome.
Yeah. So say right.
And did they play Did they play that game at the old Tiger Stadium?
Yep, Briggs Stadium.
Briggs Stadium, right?
Yeah, I think they did.
See, I didn't even live here, and I know that.
Well, technically, they played
Well,
the
that was
52
their home
championship.
until they built the Silver Dome.
Yeah, technically, they won the 52 championship down in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
And 53, they played it at Briggs. So, yeah.
Cleveland was good, right? They were really good.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, that was the Monty Clark and
Again, 57, their last one.
Uh,
that was San Francisco. Or was that San Francisco?
I don't know.
Jim Brown and Monty Clark and all that. They were good. They were good.
Oh, it was the Cleveland Browns. It was the Browns. They played that game over, and they played that game at Briggs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what men were men. They didn't have gloves and they had no towels. They had nothing.
No. No heaters.
Really?
They had no heaters on the sidelines. I mean, good God.
Half face mask, 1 bar face mask.
You know, we should go back to now Lee Corso, he said this. We should take the face mask off and you would have safer, they would tackle and remember you can't hit with your face or anything like that.
Not so fast.
Thank you, Lee. I think that's something we should think about.
Yeah.
Not leather helmets, though. No, not leather helmets.
I said about the first curse for the Lions, Jamie. The second curse, and Larry Lee, this is nothing toward you and working with the Lions, but the second curse is when Ford bought the Lions in 1963.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a tax reason, wasn't it?
What? I guess. I don't know.
That's what they said. That's what they say, Larry.
Say that again. You went out.
He bought the Lions for a tax reason.
Yeah, as a tax write-off. Yeah, that's the story I've heard.
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you what, though. You know, when I was out there, Mr. Ford was still alive. He was a great owner to work for. But you know, he allowed us to do our thing, which means that we all we had to do was inform him and keep him informed on what's going on, and we held we kept the league's shenanigans away from him and that kind of thing. He was a great owner. Mr. Ford was cool.
But Larry, is it true or not? Wasn't he kind of a cheap owner, though?
Wow, they were all cheap. They were all cheap until they got exposed.
And what it was, the story is the general manager at the time, Russ Thomas. Russ Thomas, Mr. Ford told supposedly Russ Thomas, look, whatever you do, don't ever show me any red ink, and don't show me any red ink. So Russ Thomas was the one that protected the Ford's money. Like that, and then that's how that reputation got out like that about the Ford family and that they were cheap. But free agency and all that coming along in '93, and the salary cap, made it a lot different. And prior to that, Mr. Ford was I can't say he was cheap. I can't say that. No, he was a good man to work for. He was a good guy. Even to us employees, he was a good worker, good guy.
Well, Larry, I agree with Jamie. With you out there in California, the big one is coming. The big one is coming, man.
Why y'all want to?
One day,
Hanley, man. Why can a brother just enjoy the sunshine without the hate?
Ocean.
I guess not.
It's going to fall into the Pacific Ocean with the biggest earthquake ever.
Hanley, can a brother just enjoy Can I just enjoy the sunshine without the hate?
Ain't no hate. I'm worried about you. I'm gonna have to come out there with a helicopter and swoop in and scoop you up.
You better have that RV ready to come back to Michigan.
I hear you.
You never know. Don't you remember the earthquake? Well, you don't remember it, but do you remember reading about the earthquake in San Francisco in 1905?
I do remember reading about it. Yep.
I remember the earthquake that happened during the World Series in San Francisco, or was that just the playoffs, Miz?
No, that was the World Series.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Now,
I remember that one.
I will agree with you guys. There are some hazards out here I am not fond of. Like I was out here, I was in Malibu last year when the fires, I was out there with the RV because the whole family comes out here from Christmas. So my wife and I went to there for a week in the RV, and we left on a Saturday, and those
Mhm.
fires came through on Monday.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Larry,
you know
instead of
those
welcome to
kind of things
California,
do bother me.
Larry, instead of the signs when you enter California saying "Welcome to California," shouldn't it say "Enter at your own risk"?
They don't want you out there anyway.
Hey, Hadley, thank you. I'm gonna use that one on my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is the biggest Los Angeles, California slappy on the earth. There's nothing wrong. Nothing can go wrong out here. I'm gonna use that. Enter at your own risk. I'm gonna
I
use.
like
Thanks,
that.
Hadley.
I like that. I think that's great.
I like that.
Larry, you haven't run into any situations like we've described since all the years you've been out there in California.
I did. Yeah. One time I remember when I was in school out here, I was at UCLA from 77 to 81, and there was an earthquake in early January, around New Year's Eve. I'm on New Year's Day, I think, back then, because they talked about it during the Rose Bowl and all of that. I have felt earthquake, and I have felt, what do you call it, the tremor or what
That ain't nothing. I felt the earthquake here in Michigan.
I did too. Yeah,
Real
I was
one.
there.
1985, I think. It was 85.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. So
You're right, Amy. I remember it too.
yeah.
It didn't last very long.
No,
Not
it
as
didn't
long as the
last long,
California
but
one.
I thought that was a big semi truck going by. Next thing I know, what the hell was that?
Earlier in the show, I told Jamie, anytime you feel something weird, you wonder if it's an earthquake. And sometimes I'm in bed and I'll feel something. Was that my wife or was that an earthquake?
Do you wait a minute? Do you sleep near the? I mean, where do you if you think it's an earthquake? Where do you run? Do you run to the bathtub? Do you run? You ain't running downstairs because you're trying to stay high now, right? Or you getting in?
There's no basements out here.
You gotta stay low, Jamie.
You
You're
can't
supposed to
stay
go to
low,
the
Hadley.
basement.
There's no basements.
Oh, there should be.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a great question, Jamie. I bet you know what? You're gonna make me and this family to take a hard look at what if an earthquake happened.
I get it. I just have mine.
You know what? That's a great question, Jamie.
You
I
remember,
gotta look that up.
you remember when the not fire marshal, but the fire department would come to the grade schools and say, have a plan and everything like that.
Right.
I always got a plan. My kids know exactly where to go. I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna be there. You better be there before I be there, because I'm gonna leave you if you don't there.
I'm going down the ship, boss.
We should probably do that. You're right. That's great thought, Jamie. Thank you. Excuse me.
I was just going to say, Jamie, real quick, is that the one thing Larry won't have to worry about living out in California is a tornado.
That's true. Unless the big one happens. Unless it come off that Pacific. Hadley, we'll talk to you later. We got to go to a break. We come back. Hold on, Philly E. We got you, Timmy, on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the big 1050.
We're on the radio.
I hear y'all. I hear you.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, and I say it all the time. Best guy in the Bizzler. And you got Larry Lee, his favorite quarterback, Dan Marino. Isotonic. Get some. They don't keep your hands warm. They just make you look good.
Man, let me tell you.
I mean,
I'm watching.
Did you get?
I got like 3 pairs, but man, I'm watching these guys today and these gifts they giving, they're giving them golf carts and cars, and Marino gave us some dang on isotonic gloves that he got free.
That's what I'm saying. 734-998-1050. Hey Tim, what's up in Indiana?
How you doing, Jamie?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Let me tell you this. We have just dominated in basketball. We hit a bump in the road. Who cares? We're going to handle it. Mara has done really well.
Yes, he has.
And, as a team, Dusty has done a great job coaching them to the point like no other.
I agree.
We're going to get better rebounding. We're going to get better in everything we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to Oregon, we're going to eat duck on Saturday, and I don't care. They're going to win. They're going to win there, and we're going to come back home, and they're going to get that West Coast trip over it. And I tell you what Lord Manuel had to do and get rid of our problem and hire Witt. Witt's done a great job of just establishing everything. Everybody needs to just pump the brakes in life and continue to go to war. Continue to go to war as a football program. Continue to go to war as a University of Michigan, and we will be better. And that's what we need to do.
Thanks, Tim. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the phone call. Feel good. 734-998-1050. Peter in Ann Arbor. How you doing?
Hey, good guys. How are you?
Doing well.
Warm, I hope.
Yeah, staying warm, bro.
Well, one of us is warmer than the other two.
One of us is in 80 degrees.
Oh yeah. Well, I lived in Southern Cal for 10 years. I remember what it was like, but actually, my story is about that. When I lived in Anaheim, back in the day, in the 70s, we used to sleep in these things called water beds.
Yeah.
And, so one morning, about 8 a.m., I heard we had a fish tank right by the water bed, and I hear splash, 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 splash. I had a cat, you know about cats and fish.
I do.
Yeah. So I said, Ruby, get out of the water tank. Get out of the water tank. And I looked up, and Ruby wasn't anywhere near the water tank. And the water tank is going slish, slosh, back and forth. And then I realized I'm laying in this waterbed, and the waterbed's going slish, slosh, back and forth. And about the time I realized, I'm in an earthquake. And I think, what are we supposed to do? Oh, you're supposed to go get up and stand in a doorway or something, so when the ceiling falls, it won't fall on you.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, but it was over by the time. So, yeah. So I made it through all right, but that was early morning waking up, blaming the cat, but it was an earthquake.
He covered 2 things I talked about: the earthquake and the cat. I like it.
He's right about the water beds, man. Back in the day, I got a story. I broke my brother's water bed. That's all I'll say. I broke my brother's water bed.
Your ass is too big to be in a water bed. That's what you tell.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, when those water beds leaked, it was bad news because I had a rental once, and up on the second floor it leaked, and the apartment underneath it
Oh wow, yeah, that wasn't fun.
No. I'm glad I wasn't underneath it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You had to live on the ground floor in my apartment back in the day, because I had a water bed. I had a non-waveless water bed.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
It was nice. It's like you're sleeping on a cloud.
Wow.
Yep, that was. Yeah, I don't know if anybody has those anymore. I haven't seen a lot of
I
that.
think we should ask that question. I'll ask my next guy on the phone.
All right. Well, thank you guys. You have a good day.
Thanks, Pete.
You
We
too. Take
appreciate
care.
it. 734-998-1050. 734-998-1050. I know you had a waterbed, Philly E.
Wait, the guy with a flip phone went state of the art with a waterbed?
It wasn't state of the art. The waterbed was like a 70s thing because everybody y'all used to smoke your tweeds and everything like that and get in the waterbed talking about I'm splishing, it's flashing, man.
No, I've never actually slept on a waterbed. I can't say that I have.
Wow, you missed out, bro.
I've actually jumped on one, but never actually spent the whole night on
I
one.
didn't sleep on one, and I broke one down.
Wow.
Oh, Christ. I can't imagine. I hear it's pretty disastrous.
Oh, it's disastrous if you break one. It's a big splash, let me tell you.
Okay. Well, first things first. All right. Buddy Parker was the coach, by the way. He was not a quarterback. Buddy Parker was the coach of those teams in 52 and 53.
Right.
And he gave way to a guy by the name of George Wilson, and Tobin Rote happened to be the quarterback because Bobby Lane was injured that year.
Right.
And eventually what happened is Bobby Lane had a falling out with the brass, and they sent his drunk ass to Pittsburgh, where Buddy Parker was there.
Why doesn't no one like Pittsburgh? Back in the day, everybody hated Pittsburgh.
Coaches away from Chuck Noll, believe it or not.
Right.
He's only a couple coaches away. He went there, and eventually George Wilson became the Dolphins' first head coach. Anyway, neither here or there. Basically, to sum up the 50s in 10 seconds, the East, it was either the Giants or Cleveland, and Cleveland was in the first five from 50 to 55. The Giants were at 1. The Colts ended the decade 58, 59. And the West was the hodgepodge between the Rams started the decade. The Lions were kind of sprinkled in there in the middle. And you had 1 year, the Bears were the 1 year wonder, and the Colts were at the end. So it's basically, that's what it was. The East was basically two teams. That's it. Just the Giants and Cleveland. And the West was 4 teams. All right. Believe it or not, the Colts were in the Western Division in those days, which really doesn't quite make any sense. But
that makes no sense.
But that's what they were. In fact, when they went to divisions, in the late 60s, they were in something called the Coastal Division. So... Right, and they were in a division with the Rams, who were on the other coast.
Oh my God!
And they did a dance of the death for 2 years in 67 and 68, and they had to play the last game of the year. Anyway, enough of that. I woke up around 2:00 this morning, and I saw that John Harbaugh is the new coach in New York. And I said it a couple times this week. I thought that was the place he was going to go. I don't think he wanted to go to the AFC. Immediately this team is going to compete. They're going to compete week in, week out. I don't know if you saw this morning, but Cohen was losing his mind. Like, he was screaming at people, "Oh, you got your guy. So, if you go 0-17, first of all, John Harbaugh is not going to New York to go 0-17. This isn't like a tear down and build up. They had pieces in place there. They really do. When Cam Scadaboo was running through the Eagles, they actually pumped the Eagles that night. They pumped them. Things may have been a little different if Scadaboo, if he doesn't get injured, who knows what happens, and their quarterback doesn't get hurt. So I think he's going to go there, and they're going to, how like you hear the whole thing of, you lose big, you lose close, then you win close, and then you win big. I think you can automatically eliminate they're going to lose big. I think they're going to lose close and win close. I think he's going to make that much of a difference. So, but this whole thing that automatically they're going to make the playoffs, you know, I don't even know if you can even if it's going to translate into wins and losses. You're just going to know it's going to look. The eye test is going to tell you they're competing every week.
Philly, you remember there was a previous situation very similar to this when Dan Reeves left the Broncos and went to the Giants.
Giants, yeah. And one of the most memorable games ever played in the regular season. Emmett beat them with a separated shoulder.
I remember that. I remember that. Emmett was the man that game.
I was at that game because I was scouting the Cowboys.
My ass off for the Cowboys, because I hate the Giants. So that was an incredible football game. Yeah. So and he actually beat my Vikings in the playoff game as well. So, no, he did a nice job there as well. But yeah, I guess you're right. I guess there's a lot of similarities to what you're saying there. But I don't know. I think it's a good place for him to be. And again, they're going to play that fourth leg. There's a fine line between winning and losing. The staff and culture he's going to have to, establish, but he's going to have a quarterback. And, if you just make some key additions and you get that fourth place schedule, hey, you never know. You know what I mean? Certainly not out of the question. So, but other way, I'll tell you what you're not going to see in his first year. You're not going to see a Pete the Cheat in Las Vegas year. You're not going to see that.
Right.
Okay. So you can already eliminate that from happening. And in terms of, I was thinking about this when you had Clayton Safety on. Last year, we just rolled against Northwestern, and then we signed Bryce, and then we beat Blackbeard and won our bowl game against Alabama after all the opt-outs.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all kinds of momentum, even though pretty much it was kind of a bad year. It was the best bad year you could have, which is kind of the antithesis of this year, this year was the worst best year you could have. So
right.
9-win season. But the point is, I don't think they lost anybody of significance in the portal last year, because I guess Sharon had built some credibility and momentum with our roster. Now, fast forward to this year, where I get it. You lose a ton of kids because you have a new staff coming in, and they're late to the game. My question is, what's it going to actually look like next year if we have a really nice year and we have this staff that's established? My point is, the question I'm asking is what happened with our roster this year? Was that more of a reflection of overall what's going on in the culture of college football altogether? Or is it just more of a reflection that from the Sharon debacle and a new staff coming in? So, I really don't know what to expect next year. Is it going to look more like 2 years ago, or is it going to look more like this year? And I think it's a legit question, because when I kind of look at Ohio State losing, 30 dudes?
Yeah.
The answer might be more of the culture of college football in general. And we're going to have to go through this nonsense next year, regardless whether we have
I think you're right.
A good year.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think this is now this sets the stage. You had 7,000 kids jump in day one. 7,000 kids jump in day one. Whether they wanted to know what their values were, or they just legitimately did not like the team that they were on and they wanted to get away, whatever, they jumped into the portal. Half of them, I'm going to say over half of them, didn't know where they were going to go. They just wanted to see what their value was and what they could get. Where can I get a bigger bag?
Yeah, well, obviously. I mean, I brought up the other day, Ty Hayward. I mean, we may have to rethink our strategy.
Well, I mean, you don't know with that kid because he hadn't played.
And he's literally going to hang around for 1 year and roll.
He hadn't played. He hadn't played, and we didn't know about him. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. If he would have waited around, I mean, I don't. Look, he's down he's at Alabama, right?
Yeah, no, my point is this. Like, if you're going to hand $1 million to recruit, I think it's somebody that's actually going to get on the field in year one.
Yeah. Yeah, but how do you know year one? How do you know there's some, I'm going to say this, Philly, 80% of the players that come on year one, I mean, they need that 1 year. Everybody needs that 1 year. You got to adjust yourself. High school is not going to prepare you to be in college football.
No, I get it. When I say year one, I mean like a guy like Hyder.
Right.
Who's obviously,
he'll be ready.
He's going to get on the field next year.
Right.
You know
he's going to get on the field. We're going to say, if he can do anything, he's going to outrun him. That's what he's going to do.
So my point is you literally can't develop like these 18 and 19-year-olds anymore because they're not, even if you hand them $1 million, they're not waiting around.
You got to, exactly, because he can make more. I can make more.
I'd rather give it to a grown-ass 21, 22-year-old guy that's actually
that's the
more of the Cincinnati mob.
That's the Indiana way. That's what they're doing. They're giving it to a more mature kid, a guy who's got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and in terms of last night, I don't think they played all that great, to be honest with you. But I'll take it. When we're talking about how I looked at it was, okay, we're coming off two really bad games. One we were lucky to win, the other one we didn't win. So I just assumed that, okay, they're going to come out with fire and breathing out of their ass, and they were firing blanks last night. And I was kind of like, okay. Detlef Schrempf and Christian Velp are not in this lineup. It's Washington. So I'm like, who the hell's on this team? Lo and behold, I think there was another German guy there.
There's two German guys and another the point guard. And they were balling.
Heinz von Steinbach. I don't know.
Right. No, I got you. And and the referees tried to foul him out, so he was perplexed by the calls he was getting.
Well, my boy's in Wisconsin. The Reich Marshal Greg Garding. Maybe he ought to be coaching in Washington.
Maybe
he's over there with the Wisconsin Luftwaffe. Anyway, I guess that's about it, boys. I shall talk to you all tomorrow. Go Blue.
Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it. Have a good day. All right, that's going to do it today. Yeah. Look, that was a good show. See,
absolutely.
We was active. We was running around. We was doing things. I can go home and take a nap now.
And I wasn't combative. Combative?
You were not combative today. We were not combative today.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be on with you guys tomorrow. I'm headed back east for the memorial. Have a great show.
We won't be on Monday either because it's Martin Luther King's birthday.
Yep.
Okay.
And the women,
all right.
And the women are playing an early game.
Yep. Just like they're playing tonight, 7:00 against number 25 Illinois.
Wait a minute. It's shoe day, right?
It's sneakerhead day.
Sneakerhead day.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Tickets still available.
Make sure you get in there.
MGoBlue.com. Tickets still available.
They're giving away
25.
sneakers, baby.
So you better get down there, damn it.
They got a 15. They got a 15 up in there.
Yeah, they might.
Probably. You got 15 E foot, don't you? You got a big old wide foot, don't you?
Big old wide foot. Big old.
That's going to do it for the M Zone today. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow. At least Miz and I. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.